All right, and we are live now.
Alright, we're live. Alright, this is the Long Trip Podcast. What episode is this, Christian?
We are number 7 now.
Episode 7 right now. Damn, really?
My mouth well, we didn't do fire. 2 the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't done. We skipped last week.
And the week before.
Slackers.
Well, we were busy.
Yeah, we got pretty busy with stuff going on, but we got this podcast going on right now. We got our first 2 guests. We got Zion and Nate.
Hello.
What's up, y'all?
Sorry, I was getting beef jerky out of my teeth.
Yes.
They are some of Fort Wayne's local rappers and producers. Should have an EP album out right now, but don't because mixes were wrong or something, so they had to do it themselves. So now it's postponed until. You have a date or anything, or you don't know?
We don't know. We're just we're working with the dude again, and just kind of getting it to how we like. So we decided not to set a date until it was
that
done.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie mistake.
And we will have all their social media and SoundCloud and Spotify links below.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Google Play, all that.
You have that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put the links below.
I'll probably just have you guys send them to me later, and I'll put them in the description.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so what have you guys done the past week? This is what we like to do at the beginning, see what you've done the past week. I know you guys been working on your album hard, or your EP.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm behind you in the video. There we go. I'm gonna have to
I've worked a lot.
Yeah.
I've worked a lot.
Oh, we were going to have you guys on last week, but because of working schedules.
Yeah.
You had to work all night. We couldn't.
Yep.
That was the reason for
I
last week.
had to work a lot because I accidentally skipped a day. And I think they noticed because they didn't give me any points for like fucking an hour and a half. I was just sitting there.
Well, that'll teach you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
So I've been working a lot to try and make up for it.
Yeah.
Picking up extra shifts and stuff.
No, not extra. I'm just doing.
Where do you guys
really
work?
Oh, yeah.
Waiter on the way, delivering food.
Isn't that what like Christian
Best
does
one
and
in
stuff?
town. Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Okay.
We see each other a lot.
You like
Where
it?
do you work?
I work at the Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad?
Yeah, best part.
You're an IT person and stuff?
Not really. I kind of just, I'm the guy at the counter. I do the basic stuff.
Basic
That
stuff.
makes sense. What have you done your past week? Or
Yeah, a lot. Feels like a lot has happened in that amount of time since our last episode. Let's see.
When was your
here.
guys' last episode? Like 2.5 weeks ago?
Something
3
like
weekends
that.
ago?
Three
Yeah.
weekends ago?
It's been a while. We've
Yeah.
been gone 2 weeks.
That's a good chunk of time.
Let's see. I just been working mainly, working a lot. We got our different belt in Taekwondo. Been doing that.
Oh, yeah, we graduated.
Oh,
We went from white belt to yellow belt. We've only been doing it for like
Yeah.
a month now or something.
Yeah,
Like,
just
I ain't
a
even.
month.
This would be.
Have you guys
maybe-
like chopped boards in half yet?
Not yet.
those will be soon.
Yeah.
And then we also
Yeah.
get once we hit intermediate level, we get weapons.
Yeah.
And
that's-
so we can get like I
What are
think
you
a
gonna do?
katana is one of them, but she has to
Yeah.
look up
Were you
forms for
talking
that.
about a katana today?
I'm about to get one, yeah.
I want to learn a katana.
That'd
And
be
then
badass.
there's a bunch of different ones.
Like
you know
Picasso.
Raphael from like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
There's
I love
those.
No
the
way.
size.
Yeah.
There's nunchucks.
There's,
bow
like,
staff. There's basically
I
all the
want
weapons.
you to get really good at nunchucks so we can put it in a music video.
Hell yeah.
I didn't want to learn the nunchucks. I want to learn all the other stuff. I want to learn the katana and the
Would you
rather
have a
the fucking
katana or
sword.
How we
caliber?
choreograph some
A what?
nunchuck
A
shit for
caliber.
you guys to do. That'd be lit.
katana.
Katana.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
harder, aren't they? They're like a
I'm not
harder
sure what a
sword.
I'm not really a
Caliber is
sword
or the
specialist.
details
Those are just
on
the
it.
two I know.
I don't even know what it looks like or what a caliber
I don't
is.
either. I think it's called a caliber. I could be wrong.
What?
Like
The
old like
curved one?
medieval swords.
What?
Caliber?
I don't.
Maybe
I don't
maybe
think
we're
so.
not
I
on the
think
same
that's-
page.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we're
I
not
know
sword
nothing about
experts.
swords.
I take a katana because I know what it is.
Katana's a badass. So.
Pretty
Yeah.
No,
It'd
that's
be cool to
it's-
slice things with.
it's like Samurai Jack's. Like,
Hell yeah.
messing them up.
Anything else happen?
I got a ticket. Other than
Oh
that,
yeah.
Hey.
That was what happened.
I was waiting on the light out here, running late for work.
This light, like between like IPFW and student housing, like
Takes
takes
forever.
forever.
Yeah,
I
it
Literally
took
forever.
It was like I don't remember what it was like 6 in the morning, and I was like,
Like
"Fuck
on your way to
this!"
work
Like,
or
yeah,
something?
heading. I was just trying to get out to go to work, and the light was. I was sitting there for 10 minutes. I was already running a little late, and I was like trying to turn left, and it was red. No one was coming, so I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go." So I just went on the red light, and then sure enough, cops seen me. I thought no one saw, but Cop seen me.
Damn.
He's like, you know why you got pulled over? I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I know why, but yeah. Yeah, so he gave me a ticket. Shit happens.
Damn.
I fucked up.
Yeah. It'd be like that, especially when you're trying to take a left.
Yeah.
It's horrible. The other side will be green, and you're just like,
Both sides are clear.
well.
Yeah.
So in my past 3 weeks, I finished studying for my Cisco exams pretty much. I'm just doing some practice tests now.
There you go.
Hopefully schedule that in the next couple of weeks and pass that. My license is still valid.
There
Nice.
you go.
Hell
Was there like
yeah.
a question with that?
I guess like 2 months ago I got pulled over for like a headlight. I was driving my girlfriend's car, and it was just a warning. And so we drove away, and the dude came back and pulled us over again as we were getting gas, and pulls up behind us and comes up and says, "You know your license is suspended?" And I had no idea. I didn't know why or anything. He was like, "Yeah, it's been suspended since 2016." Yeah, fall
What?
2016. I had no idea. I
For
got
what?
a class C infraction for like passing like a stop sign or some shit.
Mhm.
And but they never said like I got suspended because I had to take a driver safety program like
way.
online or something.
Mhm.
Didn't know I had to. Didn't tell me anything about it, and so I got suspended for not appearing for that, which some I knew nothing about. But I've been like pulled over in the past 2 years for like a speeding ticket,
That's
and then
crazy.
just like a
They didn't
warning or
say
some
nothing.
shit, and they never said anything until now. So I had no idea it was suspended.
No way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I got to go to court for that July 24th. Yeah, they won't only let me just pay my fees. So basically what they're going to do is when I have me come in court, be like, "Here are your fees," and then make me pay a court fee because I had to go to court. So they're just going to get my money out of me. But
Yeah, that's how shit
Like
works.
literally nothing's gonna happen to you.
mm-mm.
They're just like, hey, we
Well,
just want some
I
money.
think my license might get suspended for a little bit,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Well, this time at least you know.
Maybe he'll let me explain myself and have mercy on me.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I
He'd be like-
doubt
he'd be
it.
like, "How you
They're-
go about
yeah,
this?"
I mean,
It's
the
like,
courthouse,
Say
they don't
something
mercy.
for 1
There's
second.
no way.
Mercy
Let
in
me
the
just say,
courthouse.
I messed up, but you know what?
It's
This
kind of
is-
on
this
y'all for not
Yeah,
telling
I
you.
ain't
yeah.
say nothing.
I had no idea. They didn't email me, mail me, anything.
Like there would be like documentation of you getting those warnings, right?
They should have all that shit.
Yeah, I can look it up on my driver record. I saw me getting
That's
the tickets
crazy.
I had since I guess was suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
They
can
never
just
said
give them
anything.
that and just be like, hey, what's up with this then?
I probably will. I also took my driver safety program.
Yeah,
I'll bring in
I'll
just a
let 'em
bunch
know.
of stuff
You
just
might
in
have to
case I
put your
need it.
mic just a little bit closer.
Oh yeah, I like moved it so I can take a drink.
Just the fuzz closer. Yeah, you good.
There we go. Oh, I'm kind of eating it now.
Don't
Yeah,
eat
don't
it.
eat the mic.
Don't eat it.
I also graduated. We mentioned yellow belt.
Nice.
We
Yeah,
should be. I think our next graduation's in August. We'll be going to our
What's this one? What's
orange
this
belt.
Orange.
What
What
comes
Yeah.
after
and then
orange?
after that's like green and then blue. I
Green.
think.
Oh, I thought it'd be like red.
There's a camo belt, and that's the belt I want.
The camo. Will you stop once you get the
I-
camo?
That's
I
what
don't
exactly
know.
what
I've
he
got-
said.
I've been
He was like,
talking
"I'm just
about
gonna stop.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
done
like,
with
I'll
Taekwondo.
just
I just want the
stop
camel
that.
belt."
I'll just get a camo
That's so
belt. Like,
funny.
who else has a fucking
Is it
camo belt?
like an
I love
army
it.
camo?
Yeah.
Desert camo?
Oh, no, it's not
There's
like a
an
desert
army.
camo.
It's like a
Army camo.
woodland. It's like
Yeah.
green, all
Yeah.
different shades of
Cool.
green.
That's pretty cool. I wonder why they
That's
chose
super
that.
cool.
color.
I don't know. That's why I
pretty
was.
cool though.
I just seen that and all the other belts. I was like, it's way cooler than a black belt even. Like, yeah, the black belt, you know, you're badass. You done a bunch of work to get it, but the camo belt's
belt,
clearly the
that's-
coolest.
How
That's
far
lit.
away is the black belt from the camo belt?
Like another 5 belts or so.
I
Dang.
think it's in between. You would have to advance 4 belts to get to the black.
Is there a
belt, I
purple
think.
belt?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I just remember when.
That's an intermediate.
do you guys
level.
watch The Office?
Dude, I've watched Office
Yeah.
like 10
Okay, you
times
know when
over.
Dwight gets the purple belt and it's like a big thing to him. That just I don't know why that's what I would.
Dwight's
think
just
about.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
man.
he is. That show's great.
I love that show. But
I've been
then we
watching
have a graduation before that, and then we're actually going to a tournament in November.
Gonna kick
And
some ass.
I think the events are breaking boards, forms, which is like kind of just moves you gotta
Do you
do
think
in a
you're?
certain
Do you
sequence.
think you're at the point now where you could like buck up the average Joe? Like, on the
Well,
street?
I've
With
had a lot of
Taekwondo,
I've had a
just
lot of
like-
experience with like fighting
punch 'em in the
before
throat?
Taekwondo. Like I did 7 years of wrestling,
Oh,
and I did like cage fight, MMA fighting for like 2 years.
Oh,
You
okay.
did?
And yeah.
That's lit.
I
It
did
was
not
back
know
in
that.
like 8th, 9th grade.
Were you
Oh,
good at it, or were you like?
I just kind of did it more just for the self defense and for wrestling
How would
kind
you
of
guys
thing.
do that? Would you just like beat the hell out of each other?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
we would
war.
just practice on each other, learn moves, and just practice on each other and spar, and just go at it.
That's
Just
not
do
my
it.
sport.
I love it.
Not my
Oh, and then
sport.
there's
love it.
and then
You
there's
just keep trying.
sparring too in the tournament.
I'd get
Yeah.
pissed and I'd start actually like trying to fight them.
Well, you get to
that's
hit
what-
'em.
Yeah, that's what it's
You
like.
get to hit 'em.
Yeah.
Okay,
But then
might
you
be
get-
my sport.
Then you get.
I mean, that's a
pissed,
sport.
yeah.
You fucking fuck
It's
each
a
other
fight,
up.
dude. It's a fight. That's what's
Wow.
cool about it. I like it a lot.
Hell no.
I don't want to be competing like MMA shit and everything like that.
Where they like
Those
come
guys-
out looking different.
Yeah, those guys just are really getting messed up there. Like you can get cut wide open. And
Oh yeah.
Your face will get completely rearranged, caved
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
You get a kick to the
leaking.
head. Who's saying your face get broke?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
And then they still
I
fight.
think it would just be cool to learn how to kick someone like that. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. I've always wanted to learn how to like jump and like spin twice and like kick someone in the face.
Yeah, I do like a
Like,
flip or some
I can't
shit.
wait till
Like, jump off like a
That'd be
a
nuts.
thing.
My biggest problem with kicks right
Yeah.
now is I'm just not flexible enough.
Yeah,
But I mean,
you
I'm getting
stretch
there. I'm
every
stretching
day.
every day and stuff. I'm getting
Mhm.
there, but once I do, I'll be kicking people in the face all
Yeah, I
the time.
keep telling him that. I can kick higher than he can right now, and I'm like, dude, your legs are way longer than mine. You should
I'm
be
just-
way up
I
here."
just, I can't,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't even touch my toes like standing up. I can
it's
barely
the
touch my
exact
toes.
same way. I've danced for like 6. I was about to be 7 years, and like, I'm not flexible at all. Like I've just gotten to the point where I can touch my toes again,
Yeah,
but
if you just
Just-
stop doing it, it'll
yeah,
go
just-
away
just
real
tighten
fast.
Up, yep.
What
mhm.
kind of dance did you do? Like
I'm a break dancer.
breakdance? I figured.
A b-boy. Breakdance be
Never
like a
danced in
commercialized
my
term.
life.
Me neither.
I mean, I've gotten drunk and went to parties.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
hip-hop
That's
Hopper
about as
with a
experience as I
hyphen.
get. But I think it'd be cool to do ballet though. To be
I
honest.
think it would be cool
I've
just
taken like
because
some
you just-
contemporary classes.
just
It's
for like
fun.
the
It's
flexibility
dope.
and the strength.
Flexibility, the
There's so
strength,
much
and not to
strength in
mention
it.
like guys don't really do ballet.
Yeah.
And there's just gonna
The
be
lights are
women
all
there
dark
all
and it's just
day.
like
Yeah.
super edgy. You'd be
Yeah.
like really emotional.
Some really
You'd be on the corner,
and they're strong.
really close
too.
to the mirror.
They could probably hold you up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Dances are
shit.
strong. Yeah.
It's crazy about.
I'm not
Takes a
that
lot to
heavy
carry your
anymore. I
body.
lost all weight.
Yeah, didn't
I've
you do
been
that
losing weight.
famine thing for like 7 days?
Well,
Did
we
you
only
end up
got to
doing
4 days because
it? Were
we
you just
had
like, fuck it, I need some Cheetos.
no, we had taekwondo the next day, and we're feeling bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
And
bad.
we're like, if we feel bad the next day because we had taekwondo, we can't go there like that. He was like about to pass out the day
yeah, I was
before,
like
Famine
passing
thing?
out and
What do you
shit.
mean?
or fasting.
Oh,
fasting.
you guys fasted?
Damn.
Yeah, like
And,
just took in water for 4 days.
But we felt like shit, so we're like, we gotta break the fast and stuff because we gotta go taekwondo feeling like better. We'd
Yeah.
pass out if we didn't eat, so we ate.
yeah,
Well, it wasn't bad because we got through the hard part. Because then after that, we got past like all the cravings and stuff. So
mhm.
I just felt just
Bad,
bad because I
yeah.
just ate
Yeah.
carbs a lot, and I stopped eating carbs and started eating just like
Yeah, that was the
vegetables and
thing. We should have
meat
been
and
on
shit.
like a good diet before we fasted. I think it was really hard for us to do like eating like crazy fat and all this other
Mhm.
shit, and then just to go to not eating.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard
Yeah.
for us to do. If we were on like a good diet where we kind of cut back on that stuff anyways, I think it would have been
Kind of more
alright.
balanced diet.
Yeah,
you
but
would've
it
been
was
energized
kind of
for
like
it.
a in the moment thing.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
we're
so
gonna do
impressive that you
this.
guys went 4 days.
I've
couldn't.
done the full 7 before.
Well, if I didn't have
but-
taekwondo that day,
What
I
does
would
it
have
do for you? Like, what are the
continued.
benefits?
So like, when you go back into eating, you can just jump right into a diet and not really have any cravings of any of
You
the
won't
bad
want
shit.
sugar. You won't even crave it. You like sometimes when I like was fully on keto, which is switching your metabolism, burning carbs to fat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of disgusting sometimes, to be
Yeah.
honest. You look at it and you're just kind of gag sometimes, depending on what it is.
What about this right here?
Dude, donuts are like my top favorite junk
Yeah.
food. So
All right.
Yeah, donuts are cool anytime.
I fucking love donuts. They're the best. And I got rice roll the other day too.
Ooh.
That's
Dude.
the
Shit.
crack donuts with
Yes,
the
they
cinnamon
are.
caramel
Donuts are
powder.
so lit.
Yes.
They bring
The
them into
Bavarian
work
cream.
every
I wish
now
they
and
had a
then.
raspberry filled one. That's my favorite.
Yes.
Raspberry filled.
I also like the Long Johns with the
the
filling.
sprinkles and stuff on top.
Nah, I don't do sprinkles, man.
I usually don't get sprinkles.
No,
either.
I like sprinkles.
I think sprinkles are just messy.
Yeah, I like them, but like
Yeah.
sometimes they just fall and you got
Yeah,
like pink
it's
dust. on 'em.
messy.
I'll take one.
I think they're just like
You got the
damn,
good
they should
ones
sell 'em
too.
right next to the dustpans.
These are like one of the best ones.
I've
Oh,
never
I'm
had
cool
one of
on
those.
that.
Can I try one?
No.
I bought them. You can try one of my white ones.
I want one.
Those are so good too. I mean,
Oh,
let's
just
be
so
honest,
good.
they're all
I've
good.
never.
Yeah, the donuts are fucking bomb.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick donut break.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite donut? You like honey curlers, right?
Yeah, dude, the Tim Horton honey curlers. God, them are the best donuts ever. They're hands down
is
my
mic
favorite.
on?
Tap
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it is. Hello.
You probably got to move it in though if you
Oh,
can
yeah.
talk.
Hello.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
catch you.
I remember turning it off earlier. I didn't know if it was still off.
What's your favorite
Okay.
donut?
Those ones.
The mini
Those are
crunch
friends.
donuts. They're so good.
The like powder, like the maple powder donuts. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? Or the brown
yeah.
sugar. They like melt. Those are fresh. Those are so fresh.
Yeah, that's pretty
Got
good
the
shit.
glaze over them.
I like the rise and roll with the cinnamon caramel powder sugar.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
wish
was
they had a
talking about, yeah.
raspberry filled one. That one would be my favorite. I
Not
haven't
one,
had
no,
one because
probably
they don't
not that
have
one.
them.
It's
But
probably
that
not
would
that
be
one.
the best donut to me. Like
Yeah.
they don't, so that sucks.
Also like apple donuts with like the apple filling.
Oh yeah.
Like apple fritters.
Yeah.
Apple fritters. Yep.
Tim Hortons has some big ass
Claws.
ones.
Bear claws are.
Tim Hortons
flame.
pisses me off.
Why?
I love them, but I get the same thing every time I go there. I get a steak panini with onions, and I get a large caramel ice cap with whipped cream. And tell me why, when I go there, I have to change this order every fucking time because either one, they're out of caramel, two, they're out of fucking steak. How are you out of steak?
Right?
The whole like no steak at all. None.
We're all out of
I doubt
steak.
people. Who goes to Tim Hortons even orders steak anyway? So they should
So
have
many
some.
people. My girlfriend used to work there, and she says that they always have it in the freezer. They just tell people that they're out because they don't want to unthaw it. And I think that's why I'm mad.
Oh, because you know that you're
I
like,
know.
I know you guys
And I wanna
have some
say
back
something,
there.
but
You
like,
like
I would
fuck.
say something. I would let them know. I'd be like, hey, I know y'all got them in the freezer. Y'all
Just
don't
call them
wanna
out.
do
Just
it."
be like, oh, so what do you have to do? You have to get a truckload of steak tomorrow to cook it for tomorrow, or what? You just don't have
It's-
any?
None. No steak.
Yeah.
You guys never have
I don't-
steak.
I don't like-
Yeah.
I
When
don't
does the
like
steak truck come
conflict,
in?
so then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get the turkey one, and then I hate the turkey one. It's dry.
Yeah,
Fuck
it
the
is.
turkey. I hate getting turkey places.
I end up mad, and then
It'll be
I
okay,
wish I would
Nate.
have gone to like McDonald's.
Maybe you shouldn't eat it. Tim Hortons.
But when it goes right, it's so good.
Yeah.
When everything falls into place, it's just perfect.
The coffee just complements like the steak just perfectly.
Steak. I like to dip my steak in coffee.
I like dipping my
Like,
donuts in
Like, yeah,
coffee.
I was about to say,
I
oh
eat
my
steak, Nate.
god,
You know that.
Do you guys like
Oh, yeah,
black
you do.
coffee?
no.
Oh, I love
That's all I
black
drink.
coffee.
I
Our
love
friend
black
Tito
coffee.
drinks a
Never-
cup of black iced coffee every morning.
You want to hear a crazy story on why I like black
Oh, I
coffee?
put him onto that. Yeah.
Why?
huh.
So my first time tripping shrooms, right? I was just over there. We were playing like card games or something,
Uh-huh.
and he offered me black coffee. I never really liked it before, but I drank it because I didn't add cream or sugar into
Uh-huh.
my stuff. But it just sounded so good, and just ever since then, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just tripped on shrooms and
It's-
had 3 cups of
I
it
had
while
a-
I was tripping. And
So I started like
loved it ever since.
I started liking black coffee after I had it out of a Chemex, and like it was the best like cup of coffee I ever had in my life. I was like, this is where it's at. So I got one, and that's like just how I drink
That's
it.
all I
Either
drink.
that or espresso with like ice and water in it, like
How
just
did you, you
Americano
lose your
with nothing.
coffee virginity?
Red Bulls cost too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
that's
cost
how-
too much.
They do,
I
and they don't
started-
taste as good.
Yeah, I hated coffee when I first started drinking it. I honestly did. I was like, I'm just
Same.
forcing this down my throat so I can stay awake
I
to
think
write
I just
papers.
didn't know what to
or-
get.
Yeah,
know what I
that
mean?
too.
When the fall comes around, I get the pumpkin. What is it?
Pumpkin spice or
The
whatever.
spice frappuccino. Is that the
I
hot
never.
one? or is it
Yeah,
ca-
I've never had it. Is it good?
Oh no,
Dude.
the latte.
I go full basic. Yeah, I do. Ugg boots come out. Everything.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding about that.
That's good though. I like the pumpkin spice lattes. All of
yeah.
them.
Get
And the
some whipped cream
frappuccinos.
on it. Put some cinnamon on
I'll have
top.
to try it. I've never had it.
It's life changing.
I used to work at McDonald's.
Ask for like 2 pumps of chai in it. It's pretty good.
Hype's up on it.
Dump like a cup of sugar. Just over it.
Yeah,
Just a whole cup.
Sounds like diabetes.
Yeah, it sounds like diabetes in a cup.
and then just like a full gallon of milk. Let it overflow.
Yeah, just keep
Kind of
chugging
like
it in
filters
there.
out the coffee.
So tell us a little bit about yourselves. Like what do you guys do with this rap and everything? How'd you guys get into it? I guess.
I just noticed how off topic we just got.
Yeah. Well, we
That was
didn't really-
good. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
we
we
kept
That was a
we
good
kept
switch, man.
talking.
We were
All
just-
right, cool. So what do we do?
I mean,
Well, tell us how you got into it. What made you decide that, like, yeah, this is what I want to do?
You go first.
well, so I mean, like, ever since I was a kid, I just always loved hip hop. I mean, I was named after Lauryn Hill's son. She's got a song called Suzanne, and my mom, kind of, she just, she really felt that song at that time in her life, and so, she had me and she named me that. And so I've kind of always had like a lot of roots in hip hop, and I just have a lot of love for the culture, and I've been dancing, since I could hold myself up onto something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Groovy child.
But like a groovy child. But yeah, I mean, I've been dancing, and like I didn't ever take it seriously till I was like a little bit older, and just really started loving that, and then I started kind of writing poems, and that turned into kind of more like verses, and I started freestyling a whole lot. Like once I got my car, and it just kind of folded onto that, and I moved to Fort Wayne and kind of found people who wanted to make music, and found this cat.
That's me.
We've just been doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So when did you, like, what year, how old were you when you, like, officially said that this is what you wanted to do?
I would say like last semester I kind of had this bout with school and stuff. Like, there's a lot of different factors kind of just making me feel like this is the way that I want to go right now in my life. And I was
School, you mean?
Yeah, with school. I was
Yeah.
I was gonna be a mechanical engineer. I was like, but I didn't want to give all this time away to that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to I just wanted to do something different, because I looked around myself and just kind of saw, this isn't. I just kind of saw a different future for myself.
Yeah.
I was like, so what I'm gonna end up doing in my life, I don't really know. I know that the music thing doesn't work out, I want to do some sort of humanitarian work, and basically give my life to some sort of service. But I kind of want to do this first.
Yeah,
Sounds good,
it's
do
worth
it.
pursuing. There's
Yeah.
potential down there.
Definitely, and I love
And
it.
a lot of
and,
people
like,
don't, and they end up
and
regretting
I
stuff
like
like
how
that
it
and not doing what
sounds,
they
so.
love.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of like where I was.
But
I love computers, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to school for it.
Yeah.
So that's a career I want to take.
mm-hmm.
What about you?
I kind of just started recently. Like, my first.
I know you've
semester.
been making beats for a while.
Yeah, I started. Actually, like, almost before I turned 19,
How old are you now?
20.
I guess it's not that long.
Yeah, my first semester of
I'm
college.
99, baby.
Um.
Shout out Joey Bang.
Well, I guess no, that's a lie. I made my first beat in GarageBand in art class senior year, just as a joke, because this one kid like made beats, but his sucked, and like everyone thought that they were like really good, and I was like, man, if I did this, you would think his shit is ass. Like,
Yeah.
But then I was just like, I'm fucking around on GarageBand. I made something really crappy, and I had no idea what I was doing. But then I went through a really rough patch my freshman year, beginning of it, and then I just need something to distract me, like basically. So
Yeah.
I picked up a piano. I was actually sitting like, I mean, you've seen my apartment when I lived here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the same thing last year, but just on the other side of the hall. So it was just
Okay.
flipped. And I was just sitting there, and I looked at Max, and I was like, I'm going to go buy a keyboard. And he was like, what? All right, fuck it, bye. And I come back with like this giant-ass thing and like a computer program. And then I made stuff, and I got better at it. And then one of our friends, Noah, was like, hey, I have someone who can rap for you. And
I came over and we made a song.
yeah, he came over, and we made a song in like 20 minutes.
wanna
And I was
play
like,
it?
okay,
You wanna play it?
this is cool. Want to play it?
You have it on the song.
I don't know. We might be able to play it later.
Which one? Wait, which one? This scissor sample.
This is a sample.
Still
Yeah.
don't have a name for that shit. We did have a name for it. We dropped it for a
If you
second
want,
on
you can
SoundCloud.
Bluetooth to this, and then
And
I'll
then
just.
Do you guys
hold
have an
my- I'll just-
iPhone charger? Because I'm at
Try
like
the thing.
critical battery level.
Critical battery level. Do you guys have a Type C charger by any chance?
No
Nope.
fucks with Type C.
Yeah,
I know,
we're-
man.
If you can't tell, we're Apple
Hard
guys.
knock life.
Yeah.
No, Apple uses Type C, man. They got it in their new MacBooks.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah,
do.
it wasn't MacBooks, but how'd you get into video stuff? Or not like
Or-
video stuff, but like computer stuff and like coding and all that shit. I don't know why I said video.
I don't know. When I was young, I've known what I want to do since I was like young, like third
Mm.
grade. Like, sort of. I knew the area I wanted to go into because at first I wanted to be a video game programmer,
Yeah.
and so I don't know. I just was online, just playing video games. I knew by the time I hit middle school, I was building websites.
Yeah.
Like not something like too crazy, but
Uh-huh.
like I knew the code, and I was like, I'm getting
You
there
can
and
make
stuff.
like links and
But
stuff.
I mean, I was only like 13 or something
Right,
like
right.
that.
That's a good skill.
And
to have.
then
It's tangible.
I don't know. I just loved computers, and I just messed with them all day
Yeah.
long, and just learned different like programming languages, built like
Mhm.
little different things, and I'm taking classes on it, and I just
Mhm.
I don't know, it's a passion of mine. I just
Yeah.
love doing it. I always
It's
have a
fun.
good time
It
understanding
really
like
is.
figuring out how like networks work and like computers and things
Yeah.
communicate, and like every time I see like I go into a store, the first thing I think of is like how their network works, just because I do it all day long and I
Yeah.
study it,
Right.
and it's just the way I look at it, and just
Huh.
think of there's just so much to do with it, and I just think of all the different possibilities and how their network
Mhm.
works, and
Yeah.
I want to go into cybersecurity and hacking eventually, which is like
That'd be pretty
protecting a
dope.
network and
Yeah.
stuff. But to protect a network, you have to
You have to
understand how
understand how it
networking
works,
works.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
And so it's just when I go into stores, I just because I still keep up on like hacking, and I just like
Yeah.
look up a bunch of videos and
Are you
study
gonna
it.
try to get any certifications?
Oh yeah, the what I mentioned earlier, I was studying for like my Cisco exams. I'm
Oh,
getting
really?
a cert here in
I'm-
a couple weeks or something.
I was studying for the. I've been studying for the A+ for a while. We're just trying to get the basic computer repair stuff.
To be honest, I go into you should look up Cisco if you
I
want
have
to
the
go into
books
anything.
for the Cisco stuff, but I haven't really touched them yet.
I also have videos and stuff if you ever
Really?
like wanted,
That's dope.
I can send them to you. But
Hmm.
I don't know, I just love computers. Just
Yeah.
seeing how all the technology in the world works. Once
Yeah,
you
it's
like
pretty
you
interesting how we
learn
are connected
the
by it.
basics and fundamentals, you're like I basically understand how the internet works.
Mhm.
And so it's just
Hmm.
awesome.
It
Just
is-
to
that
see
is
how
awesome.
it works and just all the different things that you can do. All the different applications that
That's
are on
crazy.
there.
It's pretty badass. I'm beyond me. I don't know any of that shit.
You got something that you just love to do?
I like this podcast. I like doing this
Yeah.
podcast. But no, I like building shit like with my hands.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I just like building stuff. I built
I like
two
being
houses.
crafty too, man.
Huh?
I said I like being crafty too.
Yeah, crafty. Yeah,
I
that's
like
a good way to
getting-
put it.
Getting in there.
He was a forestry major at first.
Yeah, I was a forestry major at
What is
first.
that?
You
So
should
the-
tell him about that dope ass job.
So like basically what you do, or like one thing you could do with it is you would just go out into the woods ahead of logging companies and you would mark trees that are going to be taken out. You'd have to find the trees in the forest
No way.
that the logging crews will come out and take.
Mhm.
And like you go, one guy I knew that he would go into Alaska for 6 months out of the year, and like his whole family had a cabin and everything in Alaska, and he would just go out there with a paintball gun and just paintball trees all day for 6 months out there, and he would just I forget, I think he brought back like $75,000 or something like that for just half a
Damn.
year. I'm like, that's what, probably more than what the
Damn.
average dude makes in a year. So he just goes and does that, and then comes back here to Indiana and works on like local
Mhm.
It is pretty
lumber
awesome.
crews and everything. But then I switched my major up, and then I was doing construction engineering for a little while, and then I kind of decided school wasn't my thing just recently, and now I'm just working, trying
I
to
hear that.
figure something out, I guess. Figure
Yeah.
out what I'm gonna do, I just figured out school isn't my thing right now, and wasn't panning out. I was just kind of wasting money
Yeah.
going. So I'm gonna work in my job right now. I work. I'm like a delivery guy, but for a company. I just drive a big truck all day, all over the state. It's a pretty chill job. I get to travel all day and
Mhm.
all over the state. Just go to these different places. It's kind of cool because I'm like just in the truck. No one's out bossing me around or
Yeah.
anything, and just doing my own thing. Just listening to music or podcasts, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan podcast.
yeah, the Joe Rogan podcast. I normally
So you like listen to other podcasts?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
all the time.
You know Joe Rogan's having Elon Musk on soon.
Yeah, that'll be if you know who Elon Musk is.
No.
Yeah, you don't know who Elon
No.
Musk?
No, I'm sure you heard of him.
Tesla?
Oh
Yeah,
no, I know.
see,
the
yeah.
space program, the other
Yeah,
Space
no,
Force.
okay, I just don't know it by name.
Yeah, exactly. I was
The
like, I
real
know
s-
you
the
know
real
Elon
Space
Musk.
Force.
He's a genius.
Yeah, he's coming on Joe Rogan's
I can't
podcast
wait.
coming up. That'll be a good
I'm
one.
enlisting for Space Force, man.
What the hell? Leave me here.
Bro, I'm trying to go fight aliens. What do you mean?
I'm trying to be famous.
Nah,
Give a
bro,
fuck
I'm
about
going-
an
I'm
alien.
exploring the galaxy, bro. I'm gonna be a captain.
I'll just be like this.
I'll be the cool
Tito will be my artist.
I'll be the cool like racially ambiguous like crew member for
No,
diversity.
you'll be the dude like on Starship Troopers. Who
I
gets
won't
ate
really
by
know
the
how to
fucking
do
aliens.
anything. I'll just kind of be there. I'm like, oh, we're doing this space shit.
Yeah.
You're there for moral support. I bet you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna hype that whole thing
Hell
up.
no.
They're gonna need a spirit guide. I mean,
If I go to space,
I
I'm
mean, like-
dropping and I'm looking
like
at
a
shit.
school spirit.
and I'm
sense.
freaking out.
Woohoo.
I'm freaking the
Yeah,
fuck out.
you would be.
I'll
Yeah,
be-
you would.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, you would be freaking
We're
out.
never going home.
But it would be
No.
Like, we're
one
in
awesome
space.
experience.
There's no gravity. There's
How-
no ground.
How can you
Just, like,
come back to
floating and
Earth
shit.
when you didn't start there?
Could you imagine just like, because when I'm walking, when I'm doing that shit, like that's like my centerpiece. If you're just floating,
Yeah, you don't have any like.
you're doing
shit.
exactly what your mind's doing. You're just
Yeah.
like
That'd be
you
crazy.
pee and it's just like going everywhere.
Why would you?
Yeah,
don't
I
know how to
wonder what-
handle that.
Why would you piss?
I think
I
how
don't
their
know.
toilets work or whatever. I think they have some
Like I'm
sort
just
of like.
floating. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
piss on
think
myself.
they
vacuum
do. I
thing.
think they do. Yeah. It's just going around.
This is the first thing I think of.
If I dropped, I would like to look out the window. Just get
Yeah.
my face close to the window and look out at everything.
Yeah.
Get a nice wide view.
I would hope they have like one of those like,
And then
little
just
balls that
blast
you can just
off.
go in.
I feel like if you like got like off stuck on the ground, like you would like really start freaking out. You would just be like,
Yeah.
frantically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if they
this.
had like one of those like observatory domes. You could just like sit in it and just like
You
look.
just like float around, like just.
Yeah, it's just like a glass dome. You just look at space.
What
out
if it
there.
broke though? Your shit would just like freeze.
Oh, yeah, you
instantly.
Like, what are
be
you doing
right.
out there, Zion? Like thinking about crashing.
They'd be like, what?
What if a meteor hit us right now?
It was an asteroid storm, man.
I think that would be one of the worst like experiences to go out on, like knowing you're about to die in space.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
that'd be
literally
horrible.
like, especially if there's only like 5 guys you're with or something. You're like, this is who I'm dying with. This is it. Everyone else I know is a long ways.
And it's like
away.
if anything goes wrong, it's like that.
At least you
It's kinda
die
like
really
right
quickly
there.
though.
Yeah.
I mean,
From
Kinda.
what I've heard, I'm no like dying in space.
Well, you,
But
I would think you die fast,
there-
like
are
of
there
the
any dying
cold.
in
I've
or
heard
the
you. I've heard you
suffocation.
froze, or I heard you freeze to death before you suffocate.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Probably.
And when you freeze to death, I'm pretty sure you go into like this like not coma, but like you're so cold that your shit's just like
Yeah.
shutting off
yeah, you're just like.
to conserve energy.
And then you just die.
Yeah, and then you just die.
And then plus it's just a vacuum.
Why does it take
So it just
such a
sucks all
dark
the air
turn?
out of you.
Yeah. So
And you're just,
yeah, we
any
gotta get
guys,
back on
like-
tap.
So I like going to the dog park, you know, with.
yeah, something happy here. So
Save the bees, man.
what kind of things you got going on with this new album you guys are about to
Dude,
do
drop?
you have a name
So-
for it?
Huh?
Do you have a name for it at all? Or
White
an
Noise.
idea?
White noise.
White
Oh,
Noise.
that is the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
My last name and
don't
his name
explain
back.
it to them. What the heck? I'm just kidding.
They gotta know.
No, it's
They gotta know.
it's top secret.
It's not
it's a
top
code.
secret. He's joking.
I figured out as soon as I
It's-
looked
no.
at it, I was like, his last name's White and his name's Zion.
Yeah,
I
no,
get
yeah,
it.
White
Yeah.
noise.
And he's
But yeah.
put it backwards.
It's top secret.
Yeah, what were you gonna say about it?
Oh,
You seemed really animated about it. I didn't want to take that away.
no,
from you.
I'm just excited about the album, man.
Me
it's,
too.
It's really good.
I'm really excited to get it out and start stressing about new shit.
Yeah,
like-
just to move on.
Yeah,
with
Yeah,
it.
because it's
It's-
always on my computer. Like, I'm always
Yeah.
trying to like just. I'll like sit there for like an hour and change like one frequency, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if that's it, man.
Honestly, like it's gonna be done very very soon.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is. It will be done
it-
very soon. I
like-
understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because we started doing this before, like, I really understood, like, this is how you set a vocal. This is how you produce. I had no idea. I was just kind of pushing buttons to make sounds.
Yep.
It's really fucked up.
How'd you get into
throw
like
words
learning
together.
real? How'd you learn all of this stuff?
I
that you
was
know?
doing school, and I just started to understand because I started off this first semester like really, really passionate about going into nursing, all this stuff, and
Mhm.
I heard you dropped down like one class this semester.
this last semester, bro,
Yeah.
I dropped out of all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. Hope you don't see this. No, like I just first semester, I just had this huge passion for it, and then late, like the November part, I think that's when, right? November, September. I don't know. It was later in this first semester.
Yeah.
We started getting together, and then I was like, shit, like. I started listening to local people, and I was like, I want to be the best, like, producer, sound person, like, in the area. I was like, but these people sound better. I was like, how? And then that passion just started flipping over into music, and then I looked at school, and I was like, I don't want to be a nurse. That's so, like, not stupid.
Well,
Nurses
you were
are
good
great.
at it though.
Yeah, like,
Because I
that's...
remember Zach was like, "You never study, and you go in and get an A on the exam."
Zach and I would study
On like
together.
an anatomy exam. With some
Yeah,
of the harder
like we would
classes.
study
Yeah.
together
Damn.
for hours, and then he would study for like hours after me, and I don't know how I always get like 2% better than him. Like always, he would be like, "Bro, I got a 94," and he'd like be like, "What'd you get?" And I'd be like, "A 96." I'm like going in off no sleep. Oh, I felt kind of bad sometimes, but yeah, no, I didn't want to do it. I was like, it'll
It's
always
good
be
you
there.
figured. It's good you figured it out before
Yeah,
you got
it'll
like,
always
too
be there.
invested in it.
That was
really.
my thing. Like, this is a huge investment in not only my time, like
Yeah.
at this age, but like,
And that'll always be there. Like the second I want to
Exactly.
stop
I
like
can-
being a bum and hoping on
honestly,
music.
being a bum, man. Like,
Oh, I
we're
know,
working,
it's
we're
not being a
trying.
bum.
Yeah, you're
but-
not being a bum.
we're
You guys
staying-
are working
Yeah,
on
second
this
I wanna,
stuff,
like, go
but-
into
We
like
stay
the
very
normal
busy.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. Like,
Yeah.
we're very, very hardworking.
You still at the beginning. You got a long ways to go. You gotta
Yeah,
get there,
you
gotta
gotta
work
start
and
somewhere,
grind,
you know.
that
And
makes
that's what we're
sense.
trying to do. We're trying to start somewhere.
There between,
grind's
between
there.
us, between the whole team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who else works on it with you guys?
Oh shit, man.
Tito, he's
Tito.
our friend slash videographer person. We
got,
got Spoolie, who's helping us mix the
Spoolie G.
masters.
So you guys do music videos and all that?
We're about to.
We're
about
We
to.
got
With
some in
this
the works.
EP?
We got
With
some
the
stuff
EP,
going
and
on.
we're gonna be like doing like behind the scenes stuff, and just
Mhm.
kind of like separating that wall from
We get some lyric videos out.
yeah, just like an artist and like someone like you actually want to follow. I don't know. I feel like when I like really
We're
geek
trying
out
to
over
we're
an
trying to
artist,
we're trying
Put
to
a face out there.
personality
Yeah, exactly.
into our what we're doing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, we don't want to just like be some kids that like make a couple tracks every once in a while.
because like I see people on Spotify.
I
that
like-
have, like a decent.
I truly like interacting with people
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Yeah.
who listen to my music and like they actually like hear what I'm talking about rather than saying like, oh, you know, it's cool, whatever. Like, and it's nice, you know, and I like making music that sounds good, like it's, you know, pleasing to the ear, but it's like you know, I want to go a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to go and
Yeah.
be on the front line.
And I feel like that's what's gonna help us like separate from just like because I see people on Spotify with like couple 100,000 listens,
Mhm.
but then like none of their other stuff has really any
Like, I
content. And then I
respond
look
to
them
all
up,
my
and there's like
DMs
maybe
and
like
stuff.
4 videos on them,
Yeah.
a couple
Mhm.
music videos, lyric videos, and I'm just like,
Right.
who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's truly important to me because like I
Yeah.
just don't want to be I don't want to be a robot to somebody.
Well, that's
You know what I
good.
mean?
That means now we
Puts
have
a
you on
face to the
here.
name, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put a video out. Everyone get to know
Exactly.
you.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of people who you know are trying to collab and stuff, but like it's all love, but like in time, you know.
Yeah.
'cause
Right
there's
now we're
other
just
things
really
that,
focusing on.
You know, we're
Yeah.
still
Internal works.
kids. We're still figuring it out. you know?
Yeah, just like you say, you gotta start
I
somewhere.
mean, even a
with
lot
it,
of
you
people
know.
who are grown ass adults don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right. Exactly. You know.
They're
Yeah.
just doing
That's
them.
that's what I was saying. You know,
It's
it's
like
good that
we
you
got
guys
some
are
kind of ground
at
and,
least
you know,
taking this path. If
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
if it's a dead
Just
end, at least
trying.
you'll know.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean, if it
Right,
works out,
exactly,
like
that's
it
the thing.
really works out.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
It does,
there's
then I'll
potential.
be cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, we'll have fucking cool shit.
I'll be able to have so many chicken sandwiches without worrying about anything.
I
Right?
could buy so many fries.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I could
want-
go get a
like,
large
Here's
combo.
a $500 bill. Let me get all
Yeah.
the fries you
No
got.
more dollar menu.
What's up?
No more water at restaurants.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
They're like, fill the Happy Meal boxes with fries. I want them all.
I want stuff to take home, and I'm not even gonna eat it.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw it away just 'cause I can.
I'm gonna go feed birds.
I'm gonna feed nature.
I'm gonna give it to my dog. Well, already bought food for it.
Fucks all the birds up in your neighborhood.
And you just did it 'cause
Being
you were
generous.
flexing.
So, what is your guys' short-term goals?
Oh shoot, man! I just got asked to do a concert this August. I know.
Where at?
I can't give any details right now, but it's what's coming up. And once I get a flyer, I'm gonna give it out.
Hell
Just still
yeah,
working
I
out, like,
love to
admission
show up.
costs
So,
and
but you're
times.
gonna take the offer
Yes,
and
I'm
go for it.
Definitely going to be performing very soon.
Is it here in
So
Fort Wayne now?
Rally the troops. No, it'll probably be out of town, but
Okay.
give that when I got it.
All right.
I think our number one goal is to finish the EP.
Oh yeah,
That is definitely short goal number one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be done.
What's
like, next
after-
couple
what's
weeks,
after
yeah,
the
like,
EP?
Afterwards,
I know you want to do music videos and music
Mixtape.
or
yeah, we got a
lyrical
mixtape that
videos.
we're kind of like planning up.
Yeah, we're kind of working on
Just some stuff to
together.
kind of like just show like who he is and
Yeah, we've been toying with like a throwaway tape too.
Yeah, we're
thinking
thinking about,
that
like-
idea too, because like we got a couple songs that we could just like drop right now if we wanted
Yeah,
to, like
kinda-
on SoundCloud. It's just that we don't really have like the rights to the
Yeah.
samples. It's just stuff that we've made for fun,
Mhm.
and so like we could just drop it on SoundCloud and it, just be a fun little tape.
yeah, I think that is
Um,
kind of long term though. Now that I think about the mixtape, but
Yeah.
like
More
definitely
of a-
just kind of like get our shit together and just kind of like
Yeah,
identify us as
Push our,
artists.
push our
Yeah,
stuff out, man.
Just
like,
kind of like
get
making
people to actually
something that
listen,
people could
you know?
follow and
Put some
just
product out there.
Sleepless Thoughts with Spoolie G. It's on Spotify right now. We'll put a link in the description.
only 50,000
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have a
Grandmas.
link for.
I
you
think it's
guys
at
for-
1,000 now.
Really?
I'm pretty dang
It
sure,
should be.
man.
I
I
put
told
it
a
on
bunch of people to
repeat.
listen to it.
I put it on repeat and turned it down and let it play while I was sleeping.
It's called Sleepless Thoughts.
Hey, if that's how it's gonna have to
Hey.
happen, it's gonna happen.
Hey,
There's
man,
a
you're a fan.
couple
I mean, you
hundred
didn't make the
there.
song.
Yeah, I didn't
You're
make the song.
technically a fan,
I
man.
had no input in that song, so I am just a fan.
That was a Spoolie track.
I'm truly trying to help Spoolie out. I have no game.
As a fan, so you guys should do that too. You know what I mean?
Put it
So
on
go-
repeat.
Go listen to our stuff on repeat because it helps out a whole lot.
Or just
I
spread it
listen
to a
to it.
bunch of people that
I
only
just wish
listen
more
to
was
it
on
once.
Not
Spotify
not
because
just
that's
on
where I
Destiny.
listen
Get
to
there.
it.
Yeah.
We get. Do we want to say how many songs are on the EP?
7,
No.
6,
No.
less,
Yes.
It's
4.
It's 5.
Yeah, 4 actually.
I thought it was
Technically 5. Technically
It's
5.
5 tracks.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
have a little
And
what do you call it? A feature on the 5th track.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a feature. Yeah, that's a Spoolie
Yeah,
feature.
it's 4 because
Spoolie did a remix to like one of my songs. He did it's not
Yeah.
really like a remix, but
You know
it's
the
more like a
Stormy
mashup.
song?
Stormy on SoundCloud. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. He did.
He did a really cool remix to
yeah,
it. But
chopped it a little bit. Made
yeah.
it sound all weird.
we would have put more on it, but
Love it.
we want to save it kind of like for the mixtape and just kind of like while we're making that, just kind of
Yeah, we have more
release
songs we
like
can put on
just
it, but-
kind of like what he said, like the throwaway songs. Just kind of release
Mhm.
like a couple here and there, and just kind of stay consistent with that while we put shit aside for
Right.
the mixtape.
So like,
Yeah.
So like, even though because we've recorded the whole demo. Like when I say like the demos, like finished in a sense, it's like I've recorded all of my words onto this piece of art.
Yeah, so it's like 95% loaded.
I've moved on to like the working on the mixtape. Like that's what I'm in the process of doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm writing it still. It's gonna probably won't take too long. I think we'll have it done very. I'll have that
And then
part
I'll
done
make the
very soon,
beats.
and then we'll have beats for it. I want to do like some like 90s songs, like some instrumentals, and just like rip them up, like, and just really go in. And we
Oh,
could
yeah.
freestyle on this one if you want to. If you want to give me.
Could
If
do
you
a
want to
little
freestyle,
freestyle.
you can freestyle.
I
Yeah,
won't be. I'll be.
course.
Do
chill.
you, do you want to be with it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can kick one.
Dude, he's the beat guy.
I am the beat guy.
He's the beat guy. I don't know what you.
Go pick one.
We could go through the questions and then at the
Yeah,
end.
man. Go through the questions and we'll do it. We'll kick a freestyle at the end.
Freestyle
and, like,
at
kind of
the
wrap
end.
it
Yeah,
up.
that's cool with me.
Like sway.
Like sway in the morning
Sway. But this is like at like
with like the explosion sounds in the background.
Pew, 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 pew.
No.
Yeah, you tuning in to hip hop.
Go run it real quick.
Fuck.
And then they have the rapper that's sitting there like this.
Saying?
Mike
They
Pierce,
got the hoodie up and he's just
Yeah.
like,
Mike Pierce about to die, so
Oh,
I want to go grab a
shit.
charge real quick.
Real freestyle.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna
With
die, but if
Joey
I would've left it
You know
Badass.
what I'm saying?
oh my god.
You got
I've watched way
Talib,
too many freestyle
Alicia.
videos. And then she's like, hag. Every time.
Ow. I love
And then
all
the
those
rapper,
shows,
no
man.
matter who they are, always goes, yeah.
If you
Or
wanna-
Ebro. I love Ebro in the morning too. Dude, I love him. I love how he just like.
What are we doing?
You
How
can
we talk.
Bluetooth to this if you
Dope.
want. Play your beat or whatever you're
Oh.
doing with the beat.
Oh, like some elevator loading music?
Oh, no, for your beat, he's going freestyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just Bluetooth it. It's tell Gator Express.
Alright, I gotta.
Once Gator gets back with everything.
I think I heard him.
Play something weird.
play something weird.
Yeah. Play the a really weird beat. I was trying to think how to explain it.
Did I make it?
The kid was watching.
Oh, Loose Change.
No, not Loose Change. That's
Yeah,
not it.
who knew the kid watching?
That's what I said, but
Who
that's
knew
not what I
kid
meant.
There's no that.
I
You
know,
need to
I'm
stop
about to
saying
punch
that.
you.
I said it too. You're fucking me up.
No, not that one.
The Red Apple Zan one, the one with the
No, I'm
homeless
talking
guy?
about before that, the weird one.
The Family Guy one?
It's like it's like all distorted. The pitch is all distorted. Go through the beats that we got, man.
I don't have many on my phone. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, for real? Hold on.
Is it this one? Hold on.
It's got like the bells and shit. No, not
This
that
one?
I'm talking about this one.
Did you hear this one?
Alright, which one?
Let me find this thing.
He's trying to find one, but
All right.
I went really, really basic mode.
I
I'll
know
give you
this.
like a short little feature here. This is so basic, but
Wait, what is
it's my
this?
Stewie
I
Brown
like
one.
this song, man. This is a cool.
It's like,
sample.
okay, this is like, you know what type beats are?
Do you know what tight beats are?
Like if you search like chill type beat on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
you would just get like all
Yeah.
the beats sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
well I made one of those. And it's really funny.
I love this song.
I thought this was.
I don't wanna
no, you-
freestyle
no,
this
I don't. It'd be a very boring freestyle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop, just stop it.
Is this on the album? Or the EP? Oh.
This will probably be on the mixtape.
Yeah, probably.
Or on his beat tape.
Yeah.
No, I like this.
The short
Oh,
term
yeah,
goal of mine is
dude.
to make a beat tape and kind of start following. You know who like 1 2 by chance? Closer. Do you know who 1 2 is? Okay, well
I feel like that sounds familiar. Like I heard something.
he's like a beat maker producer guy who's on Spotify and he makes a lot of this kind of stuff. All right, that's about the. It just does
This
that
one,
forever.
The 75 South Master.
Sounds good as fuck. I can smoke to
Oh. Okay. Yeah, but I want to make like shit like that so I can put it out on Spotify and all that to like become like my own. So we're not like a band.
Yeah.
that.
So
Turn
we're
down
not
a
a
little bit.
band.
So
My
Are you about to
band.
freestyle? Is that
oh,
what this is?
I can. We were just kind of playing it. I just like this
Okay.
beat.
Yeah, he requested it.
So turn down a little bit. Be overpowering in the room. But let's go to the questions. DJ a little bit, Nate.
DJ a little
The
bit.
aux core DJ.
All right, I'll put it at like a nice ambient level.
Give you
There we
nice,
go.
a nice crispy wisp.
Yes. Crispy wisp.
No, I'm out
So we talked
Don't let me say
about
that again.
your short-term goals, all that good stuff. We talked about your new album,
Yep.
Yes.
Doing
and
all
that's
that.
coming out.
What are
pretty
your
soon.
long-term goals?
Long-term goals, man. I wanna go somewhere. Well, okay, I wanna record out in Chicago. I got some people who are, trying to do work out there. But I got business I gotta take care of here before Wayne first. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be a time for that, and once I do, and get the funding for all these projects and trips that I want to do, like I'm just gonna do them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there. I want to visit California. I want to go out to San Diego. I got friends out there that I want to see.
Yeah.
Shouts out Marina.
Yeah. That sounds pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think you were talking like you were wanting to maybe branch off and kind of do your own thing. Is that
Yeah,
like,
like
a
not
long-term
like
goal?
I plan on always like kind of like being a main producer or whatever and just kind of like being like with you, you know what I mean? And like but like okay, you know how like DJ Carnage, you know who he is?
I
A little
don't.
bit.
You know, yeah, he has his artists that he works with like G-Eazy and like he's worked with Mac a lot. Like he just does like shit with artists, but then he also has like his EDM stuff to where like when he's like I don't ever want to be like my own and like stop doing what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll always be like
So not like
that'll always
not
be,
like
like, main
branch off,
focus,
but
yeah.
just kind of
Like how you want to,
name.
like how you want to do your own like beat tape.
yeah, like I want it so where like he has his music with
Mhm.
like everyone that he does, or we'll get to
Like-
meet, and then we'll have our music, and like that'll probably be always the main focus for me.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I just with what I want to do with music, I just want to like change people's lives. Like, I want
Yeah.
people to hear that shit and just like, really think like critically. You know what I mean? And,
You doesn't want to keep it close to your mouth.
Dang,
Sorry.
it keeps slipping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
But you know,
was
I think
gonna do this.
I think this is gonna get really, really cool soon.
That
You know what I
works.
mean? Like I have
Yeah.
a lot of faith in that.
It's gonna be really cool to see how we both kind of like evolve as artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we really haven't been doing this for that long.
No, yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't.
Like-
It's been what, 8 months?
Like any type of judgment right now is like you're really underestimated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
be a little cocky from there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we are definitely a little underestimated.
Underestimated,
Definitely.
or you guys are just starting out.
Yeah,
What's
we're
the
just
main
starting
thing
out.
is
We
what
gotta-
you
that's-
started
get the
with and
product
where
out.
you're
Yeah.
at now.
Yeah,
You guys are
Long-term
getting
goal is
better.
just to like let people know like kind of like who we are.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And just like really just kind of just put out a
Mhm.
brand of like just genuine material, genuine like interactions with who supports us or like these opportunities, which I think is really cool.
Yeah,
Actually,
no,
I've
Dude,
been.
This won't be like the only time. we
Oh,
come on.
yeah,
You
I
guys
hope
will
not.
come on.
Yeah,
You're
for
fine.
sure.
I want to come down.
Yeah,
We're all
no.
We might have to have you on after you drop your album.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
or
definitely.
Something, or
Anytime you guys want someone to
we'll have you guys on again for sure.
chizzy chat with.
Come out to the release party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You having a release party?
Yeah, we plan on it. We plan on it.
Just
Maybe
let me
like
know.
yeah,
Like,
we were
we'll
thinking about getting
come.
some speakers and going out to maybe like a nature preserve or like
Yeah.
trying to find someone's like garage to just like chill in or just like
Yeah.
something just really cool, low key,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just have a good time.
Maybe
leave
it's
a little
pretty-
wobbly.
I'm
Leave
pretty
a
good
little
at
wild.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a
Too much
question though.
wobbling.
What's up?
X has died recently. What are your guys'
Yes,
thoughts
bro,
on
he
that?
did.
Another rapper
Thoughts
died
on
the day
X?
after him. Something Wapo. I can't remember his
Yeah,
first
Wapo.
name. I never. To be
I
honest,
never
know
really
nothing
heard of him until then, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah, no, I was.
Rest in peace, though.
Yeah, rest in peace for sure.
Yeah.
I was pretty. I mean, there were people like really crying and like really upset.
No, I was
about that.
just
I
in
was
utter
like,
shock.
yeah,
I was
like my
like,
chest
dang.
hurt because of that. I know he made some pretty like fucked up choices.
I was just kind of like, this is good. That could happen to.
Yeah, but like what I think what a lot of people kind of missed with that is like I had a friend who was like, yeah, he got what he deserved. Like I understand like there were people that like thought that because
somebody should just get murdered in the street.
yeah, that's
though,
what I'm
you know?
saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he did do some pretty fucked up shit, but like if
I
you
don't think
actually
that should
followed
happen to
him, he was
anybody.
really changing. Like
He was positive.
was-
I follow
yeah,
him
I
on
mean,
everything.
and like
Everybody's trying.
yeah,
man,
one of
like,
his main
that's-
messages of his music was to be like, no matter what you've done, like you can always
Right.
turn that shit around. Like you can
Right the
always start
wrongs,
being
yeah.
okay. Like you might not be able to necessarily make up for it,
Mhm.
but you can at least make sure that you don't slip back to that
Right,
kind of a person
right.
again, or like in that
You
stage.
can try to grow.
Yeah.
And that's what I really really liked about him, and just that he kept like fighting against like everything that was happening to him, regardless if he made it happen himself or not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I thought it was super fucked up that he got shot. So fucked up.
I loved his music. I loved
Yeah.
all his albums.
And I
loved
really
all
looked
of it.
up to like his kind of shit. I thought it would be really cool if we ever got a chance to like.
And I thought he was
just
super
that
different from everyone. It was
Yeah,
a type
dude,
of rap
like,
music. It
so
was like a
from his
mix of
class,
like
from his
he did
freshman
such
like
a good
hard
job.
metal. Like
yeah,
there was some
like he did
screamo
such a
in
great
it.
job of transitioning to like how he started to where he was. Like transitioning from like his style to like what he knew people would want to hear from him, and just kind of meeting it in the middle. I think he was one of like so ahead of his time in that kind of.
Oh,
aspect.
definitely,
Like
definitely.
His music was good.
The song with Joey
His
Bad.
beats
Was that
were
called
good as
Infinity?
fuck,
I think it was
too.
Infinity,
called
like,
Infinity.
Infinity.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that song with
Yeah.
Joey Badass. I
that
recently-
beat is crazy.
Said I catch all the disease in the world.
No, you
so
know
the
how
world
you
don't
said
have no
that you
more
were
disease.
you would listen or go into stores and like listen to or not listen, fuck. Look at their network stuff and like
Mhm.
just kind of think about how it worked. I do that
Mhm.
with beats, dude. Like I do
You
not
do-
listen to songs anymore.
I do that with houses like that.
It's
Yeah,
just that once
like,
you
it's
know
just-
more so like
yeah.
specifics and details
Yeah.
about things, you can look at them
What a-
differently.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is how this
Opens
works.
your
This is where
eyes.
it goes
Yeah.
here, or just whatever it may be.
One of my favorite artists is KRS-One. He was speaking. He says, you know, if somebody could walk in this room, right, and you know,
There you
depending on who they are, right, they would see different things. You know, a plumber in here, he would come in and he'd say, you know, like, you know, oh, the pipes and that goes into this. Electrician would come in and say, you know, oh, this light, we could put a fixture right here. And, you
Yeah.
know, depending on like who's looking at it, this room would change.
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
So depending on your knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So depending on your knowledge, like the it can change your perspective on the things that you see every day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
It's huge.
depending on the things that you know.
And he does the same shit. He's like in construction and shit, and I've
That's real
seen him
surface,
point
real
out multiple fuck ups in our
Mhm.
buildings, like especially like the ceiling. There's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
What's a
he
fuck up?
said, but
Well, like in my building, there was a patch
Well, there's a
job
fuck
in the
up.
ceiling. Yeah, there's a fuck up.
Hey, it happens,
It's not
you
where
know what I'm
Yoshi
saying?
like hit it, but he doesn't remember. No one really knows exactly what
me and
happened.
Eric were gone that weekend.
You guys
Yeah.
know
And he was going through a lot of
That's
shit
dope.
that weekend, like
Yeah.
a lot of shit. I'm sure you probably know about
Yeah, I
it.
remember a lot.
But
of that.
and he just called me one time. I was like, "Hey, you know, there's a hole in the wall." And only him and our other roommate Ivory, which like never comes out, and he's like a really good, happy dude
Is
and
he still
shit.
here?
Never. No, I live here alone.
I'll bet.
It's nice.
I bet. Dude.
But,
That's the one thing I miss about the apartments is now I live with my mom and my brother.
To be
Like,
honest, I hate.
love them, but
being here.
oh my god, you hate being here?
Yeah,
It's
well,
sketchy.
It's still
I'm
away
getting
from mom and dad,
paranoid.
but yeah, I
Sketchy.
hate being here.
Yeah.
Like I just want my own place or like a different apartment complex.
I'm
but
trying to find like a group of people to like.
he's
move into
moving
house
out in like
with.
a month or so. Lucky
Yeah,
ass.
I'm getting a place
But-
of my own down the road at
Yeah.
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge.
Yeah, they're pretty decent apartments.
Are you looking to stay around Fort Wayne?
Probably after college too. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I love Fort Wayne. Like we have a beautiful city.
Yeah,
I love.
I have a
Fort
lot
Wayne.
of, like,
I
hope for,
really
like,
like
for,
this
like,
I
place.
think a lot of people
And it's
give
a
it
good,
lot
pretty
of
good
shit.
community
Yeah,
too.
Oh
like,
yeah.
if-
Oh yeah.
I think
I mean,
the
we got
people-
our problems, but like we're working through them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
The
everybody
people who
else.
bitch about there's like not really a community in
like-
Fort Wayne, just they don't go out and try and
There-
find
oh,
it.
but there's
Yeah,
so much
there-
Hang out
culture.
with
Yeah.
shallow people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you might not have
Like-
community, but there's culture here.
Yeah, like I would say
you might
we-
not
There's
feel
culture with people
right.
who want to go out and
Right,
you-
interact.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna
Like you
feel you're
said.
gonna feel closed in if you're a closed-minded person. I mean, like, if
Yeah.
you just don't want to go anywhere. or do
Yeah, for
anything,
sure. You see that
see
just going out to
anyone,
one
you know what
bar,
I mean?
Yeah.
just
Or
all
just
the
like be
different-
afraid of people who
yeah.
think differently than you. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
just crazy to me.
Like I think Fort Wayne has some really talented people that are.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
as
We
everyone
got.
just starts to grow up and just kind of like if
Mhm.
they stick to it, I think Fort Wayne has a pretty bright
There's
future with
there's
that.
a there's a generation of like just artists in Fort Wayne right now that are like something's gonna happen for us. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah.
so close to Chicago. I mean, Lauren's made it out. I mean, like
Yeah, shout out
uh,
Lauren Sanderson.
know,
She is
I follow
good one.
her
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
dude.
fucking good.
on Instagram.
yeah,
and
like
shit.
she makes her
Shout out
own
Clyde.
kind of yeah, her own type of music. Like I don't know, like I never really started listening to it, and then recently I kind of like I always knew who she was, but then recently I was like, yo, like she's done exactly what
Yeah.
we're trying to do,
and all
Yeah.
the
and
certified
like
boys
I just looked
that
at her
do it.
like a whole
doing their
different way.
thing.
Yeah, certified.
Yeah.
Damn.
I need to listen to her music then. I think I've only listened to
This
like
is my
one
city,
one
where I'm
song.
from.
And
That's
Talk
so
about
old,
I haven't
man.
listened. But what's your guys' favorite X song
What's that?
X song.
or album?
Oh.
Oh, what's it called? It's hang on. I'm
Am I
about to look
basic
up
if
the
I
name.
say like Jocelyn Flores?
Dude, I love that song.
Like,
I was
that is a
thinking about
great
that
song.
song.
Like, either that one or Triple Eight.
I like Sad. I'm not
Sad
gonna
too.
lie.
Sad.
Hang on. I'm
Yeah.
trying to. I like Revenge. I don't know if you know. R.I.P. Roach. One who is screaming like, "Raised a soldier, not a bitch, not a." It gets me hype. And Slipknot.
Look at Me was the first song that I
Look
liked
at
by
Me,
him.
yep,
Dude.
Yep.
I was like, this is some different shit right
Look at
here.
Me, dude.
I like the song with Trippie Red, like "Fuck Love." I think that was
Yeah,
the name
that
of
was
it.
good
I like
too.
that song.
That was the first time I ever heard
Well,
it.
But
not
to be
close to the
honest,
mic again.
I probably have to pick "Sad,"
Sad.
But
but
that's
I don't know.
so
I like the
right.
one with Joey Badass a
It
lot
It's
too.
really
so
good, too.
flame,
Have you
bruh.
heard Slipknot?
Mm.
You should listen to that.
I mean, I might have. What album is
It's
it
on
on?
was it called Revenge? I think.
Oh, but then probably not.
Yeah, Revenge. Yeah.
I have to go through and listen. I've been listening to his. I just listened to his last two albums again.
What in
Mhm.
XXX Tarnation is a pretty good one.
Oh yeah.
Maxi
yeah.
pads for everyone, also a good one. Or Maxi pads something. I don't know the exact name. It's real shit.
So I got some off-topic questions.
Off music.
Off
topic.
more
off
of the
music.
topic that we've been on.
What's your
Yeah.
guys' favorite cartoon character or show?
Oh.
Yeah, let's get to know you guys a little
Damn.
bit besides.
Man.
You guys are gonna have to answer these too.
This-
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I will.
So like I sit in my room. I'm like, what do I say in an interview? I'm like,
you do
I've never. Oh yeah, so often, dude. I'm like that one. I don't think I've ever thought of. So like, you
I
kinda
like
got
to ask
me.
myself questions to see how I answer.
Yeah.
Favorite cartoon character. I ask people questions like that too, man. That's,
Oh,
Let's
that's
just
a
get
good
to
one.
know you a little bit besides
Um,
just out of
Nate, you wanna
outside
go
of
first on
music.
this one? I think I went first on the last.
I
one.
really looked up to Johnny Bravo as a kid.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
And like Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
fuck with that.
So
Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh yeah,
when
Cartoon
I was
Network.
when I was dancing, like I was not coordinated. I had zero natural ability.
Mhm.
So like one of my favorite cartoon characters, I don't know if it's cartoon, anime, whatever you want to call it, would be Rock Lee. He's a
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee, yeah. He's
I
a
don't know,
I
Naruto.
Heard
don't
of
think
that
I've
one.
seen that.
He's
Heard seen that.
he's a beast. He trains with like ankle weights and he's just like fast as fuck. I'm like,
So is he like a Pilates mom?
no. He's like a badass and like he's like physically stronger and quicker
I've
than
never
all
heard of him.
ninjas.
You have to show me him.
And he has ankle weights on.
Oh yeah, he takes
All
them
the
off.
time?
So when he takes
He-
them off, he's
he
just like,
takes them off. He's like super fast.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
he like teleports like behind you and
that's some
shit.
special weights.
Yeah.
Dude, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, Courage freaked me out when I was little.
That shit
I
was
would watch it
trippy
a
as
lot, but I
fuck.
would
Yeah.
be so scared. Like
The music would
But
get
I
me.
liked
There would be
it,
nothing
but-
going on, but the music
Yeah.
would be
Do you
playing.
remember,
I'm
like, Bill
"Oh,
and
something
Mandy?"
Scary.
Return to Slumber. That shit was so freaky, man.
Dude, yeah, the grandma too. Like sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Now that I've just grown up, I definitely see how the creators just like
Yeah.
made that show. They just got really
My mom
fucked
used to
up.
read me a
Yeah,
book called.
They're
yeah.
just like, what's
they-
some shit that would really fuck with people?
My mom used to
Yeah.
read me a book called The
There-
Rainbow Goblins. That book is crazy. Look it up on your computer. It's pretty wild.
What's
The
it about?
Rainbow Goblin?
It's just about these goblins and like color and like how they like kind of
That's just weird.
have their whole world.
Did you ever read about that kid that like got the disease where they were just striped and they like just turned all these different colors?
No.
And like one time when they were doing the American flag, she turned into a flag.
What?
And got her face. I don't know.
Is this a real thing? or
Yeah,
a
it's like a
book?
kid's book. It's
Oh,
supposed
it's
to
a
like
kid's
have some
book.
sort of lesson that we're not supposed to like hate people no matter what they look like.
Oh yeah.
okay.
If they look like an American
If
flag.
they look like an American flag, man, don't stare. I'd be like,
You know.
Well, for what?
That's-
I'd be high and I'd be like,
so-
"Am I
so
seeing
I'm-
right?"
That's
I'm
what
like,
people
"What
are
am I
like,
saying? I'm just gonna
"What?"
look this
They're like,
way."
"Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not
I'm
racist.
gonna
I
stay
don't
away
care
from
if
this
someone's
crazy.
polka dot or purple. I was like, I ain't never met nobody who was polka dot or purple.
Yeah, like-
and if I did, I'd be like, you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It ain't supposed to look like that.
I'd be like, I'm not supposed to ask, but why are you polka dotted?
Right, like why you got stripes? That's not supposed to. That's
Like-
not
I think
a-
you're healthy, man.
I ain't never
Yeah.
seen that.
Smallpox.
supposed to be
Million
one
stripes?
color. That's
Alright,
it.
so favorite cartoons.
I've been thinking a lot about Codename Kid Next Door.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, I
five.
only watched a couple of those, but
Spirit
that was
Animal.
pretty dope.
I love
Those
that
ones
a
with the
lot.
treehouse, right?
Mm-hmm. They had the cool ass tree houses.
I'd
The
sit there and
movie.
binge that
The
shit.
movie was so lit. I thought when they did like the little like 3D CGI like back in the day, like that was the dopest part of like Cartoon Network. Is
Yeah.
when they would have that like little advanced animation.
Yeah.
I remember the Titans.
Dang.
Or not like Teen Titans.
Teen
Teen
Titans.
Titans,
I watched
yeah,
that.
that's what I
Teen
was
Like the
Titans
old
were
one.
lit, too.
The old
Yeah,
one.
yeah, the
Not the
old
new
one.
one.
Mm-mm,
Yes.
no, fuck the new one.
Mhm.
Fuck the new one. Like
The
the
old
old
one
one
was
was dope.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I was gonna say Teen
They
Titans.
referenced the old one in the new one.
Yeah,
Like,
they
we're
better.
We're not as good as the old guys.
They better
It's
release
so
it.
corny.
Yeah, they better
Shitty.
acknowledge
I'm just
that
like,
shit.
yeah.
At least they
like,
own it.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're still
Please.
probably making
They're
money.
like, yeah,
off
this
of
is
it.
kind of a flop.
I like
It's
Samurai
garbage.
Jack too. That was
Samurai
a good
Jack
one.
That
was
was in my
dope,
mind
yo.
too.
Samurai Jack.
I fought with the
badass.
Powerpuff Girls, like
I
I like
honestly, it
low-key,
wasn't a bad
like-
show. You just couldn't tell your friends that you were watching
Yeah,
that
'cause it's
shit.
like,
at the
it's
time.
probably-
That was
Powerpuff
like me with
Girls,
Hannah
like-
Montana, dude.
Yeah.
Every day after
you
school.
can't have a female
I would
role
watch
model
Hannah
as a
Montana.
child.
Or like if you were watching
watch that
Hannah,
shit.
my
Yeah.
sister had it on. My sister had it on.
Like,
That
shit's
I don't know
lit.
if you guys ever watched like
Trying
George
to fight a monkey
Lopez.
king.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. Nick at
Yeah.
night, I'd be up at my aunt's house.
But my
No
my
blanket.
schedule would be Everybody Hates Chris, George Lopez, and then I think it was The Nanny, and then before that it was like Full House.
Full House, yeah.
I liked.
Like
I
when I
didn't
was
like
younger.
the
Jimmy
nanny.
Neutron.
The
too.
nanny
I
annoyed
liked
the
that.
shit out of me, dude. I was like, man, I gotta watch anything else.
so annoying. It was like really high
That
and
show
shrill. I can't even
disgusted
do
me.
it.
There was one anime I grew up watching. You ever heard of Inuyasha?
No,
I never heard of
You
it.
never heard of that?
Yeah,
I used to sit
never
there
really-
and watch that shit all the time.
I'm not too big on anime. Like, I've watched
Neither
a
am
couple
I, but
animes,
when I
like-
was younger, I just
Yeah, like,
watched
this is
that. It
dope.
was a
This is
good one. I
fresh.
liked it. I
I'm
like
about to
I
start-
like
about-
Naruto
Yeah,
too.
I'm about to start
I
watching
did,
them
I
so I
watched
can make
it.
some cool videos.
About as closest
Love
I get
Dragon
to
Ball Z
anime.
also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was what I was gonna say. Is
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is about as
Mhm.
close as I get to
You
anime.
guys ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
I watched it
Mhm.
some.
I was
really
into
got
Yu-Gi-Oh and
it.
I remember I
Pokemon
had-
heavy, bro.
I
Oh
loved
yeah,
it.
Pokemon.
I like Pokemon, but I wasn't really big in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I remember this kid finessed some cards for me down the street.
Damn.
My mom was
That's
pissed. She was like,
tough.
"What? Don't be
The
trading
first-
nothing else."
That
You
was
wanna
the
be-
first
I
drug
bought them
dealers.
for you.
My sister
It's like,
one
"Mom, they're
time
trading cards.
when I was
Oh.
young, I
Family
had
beef.
I had Pokemon cards when I was young.
Mhm.
Some that are probably worth a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And like I had the whole collection set of like the Blue Eyes White Dragon and then
yeah.
all like the Egyptian
have that
pieces.
one.
I had
the story is
Yeah, the
not
whole,
going
like,
somewhere good.
Exodia.
and my
Whatever the
sister,
fuck his name
one
is.
of her friend, I can't remember.
I think that's his name.
Something like that.
What'd she do?
One of her friends was a guy. I mean, she's young, and I was young playing Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah.
But he had a birthday or something, and she took all my cards and gave it to him for his birthday.
What?
Literally, all of them.
Who did?
My sister,
Gave it to who?
her friend for a birthday party, for a birthday gift.
Did
I'm
you
gonna have
beat
to
her
smack
ass or what?
I don't remember what I did, but I probably went crazy.
I'd have been
Yeah, I bet-
pissed, bro.
I bet
Stuff that is
I bet
probably
you went
worth
through a
money
mental,
today.
yeah, a mental breakdown. I bet
Oh
that
my-
guy still has
Never
them.
played Yu-Gi-Oh again.
I bet.
That ruined all of it because I took so much time collecting all those cards.
Are they married? They should probably be married. If some bitch gave me just
was
a
like,
giant set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, was like, listen, I got these for you. It's got some good shit in there. I'd be like, damn, your wife
I used to have
material.
hella baseball cards, and one night when I was like 11 or something, I like went and signed them all, my name, and I
Fuck
pretended like
them.
I was the baseball player, and I fucked them all up. I looked back, I had some good ass cards, dude.
Fuck them all up. Damn.
I didn't sign this one, but I lost it. Barry Bonds rookie card, and I was pissed.
That's rough.
I just like
Damn, imagine if you would have got famous in
Worthless.
baseball, though, and made all those cards worth millions.
I picked the wrong path.
Yeah. Should have been a baseball player. He should have made it work from that point on.
Why don't you just play baseball?
You guys like playing video games?
It was too hot. Yeah,
So I get very, very into video games when I play them. So
same.
I have to be very careful.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
same. Yeah.
I
I
got
put-
addicted to
I'll put in,
Fortnite
like,
for a while,
15
and I was
hours on, like,
really good. I'm like,
like
I gotta
Fallout.
stop.
Yeah.
Like in a sitting.
I was like that with PUBG.
Mm.
I still play the fuck out of PUBG, but the new map is just super laggy, so
my
I can't.
sister's gonna be back in like a couple days, and we're gonna have Xbox again. So
Oh, yeah.
add me Zion Slim Thick. Shit, I got
Nice.
my thing off. Zion Slim Thick is my Xbox hand.
I'll have to add you too. I have an Xbox also.
Oh, for real?
Do you have an Xbox?
The nude wombat.
I don't know if I have you on there. I have to get you.
Shit,
on
I'm-
there.
I was gonna get some custom blue Hirashis with
Wait, do you have
Zion
the app
Slim
too?
Thick on it.
Hey. All right, it's capital
Wait,
That'd be
T,
so lit.
and then
Wait.
it's
Cool.
THEE.
there it is. Hang on.
Space.
It's too many.
What?
That's what I'll do. When we start getting more traction, I'll give out my Xbox name, and then I'll
Start
just
playing
play
with
with
people?
random people.
Yeah, dude, we could start
There you
playing
go.
with our fans. That'd be cool.
You can get
Be dope as
you
fuck.
can like get gaming
I would love to do
or
that.
like video recording shit for
That's what I'm
that. and
saying.
Just put them
Play
on
Fortnite with
YouTube or
people.
some
That'd
shit.
be awesome.
I'm gonna be playing
be
a lot
such
of
a cool way to
Overwatch though.
connect.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so
Yeah,
excited.
dude, I
to play
gotta
some
warn
Overwatch.
you, I suck at this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm just doing it to talk to
can you
people.
get Overwatch, Nate, and play with
I
me?
think Overwatch is on the Xbox, isn't
Yeah.
it? I might just.
You guys have
Mhm.
Overwatch?
I do.
You do? I'm about to.
I haven't
He
really
doesn't
done
have an
this
Xbox anymore.
anymore. What
Sold
happened?
it.
Lit.
Damn, I sold my PSP or PS4, and then like 3 days later, I was like, I really want to play something.
I miss it at times. But then again, there's most of the time I really don't miss it at all
Give them
because
too, Dad.
it forces me
Oh,
to
I
like
got you.
spend that time on something else.
Hey,
But
what's
damn, I
up?
got into Minecraft there for a while.
Minecraft.
Yo, my
was
sister has
shit,
Minecraft.
dude.
It's-
My friend Zach and I made a huge ass city.
Yeah,
Like had a baseball field,
I had
like
a
hella
big city.
skyscrapers, apartments, a big like central park.
yeah.
Did you like creative or survival more?
creative?
Creative.
I played survival,
I
but
played-
Yeah.
creative is just like I don't know. I
Did you
just
play it on
get
Xbox
crazy.
or computer?
Xbox?
Did you have it
Computer.
before they had creative?
No.
Oh well, my friend and I played it, and it was only survival, and you had to
Yeah,
do like
way
a
back,
duping
but-
glitch, and you would just like do a dispenser or some shit, and then you would like have infinity of a block.
Oh, that would be
It
badass.
was- but you couldn't fly though.
Well, you could still make ramps and stuff like that.
there was
yeah.
a lot of dirt ramps.
Yeah, because you got
Yeah.
infinity of some shit.
It was pretty fun.
So what's your favorite game?
Dude, when
Oh,
he said Minecraft,
shit,
that's
Mortal
like pretty up
Kombat.
there.
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat.
all day. Or Injustice. I mean, that's pretty much the same shit.
Injustice is fucking
I've
good.
never played either.
Dude,
Played the second
I've,
one.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
got.
that one's pretty
That was
good.
awesome, man. I played the story mode in like 6 hours. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like right when I got it. It's not very long, but you know, it was fun. I watched all the cinematic shit though.
You would.
It was
Oh,
nice.
wait, would you actually sit there and like watch the cinematic?
Some of them I skipped just
Same.
because I was like, I don't care about this character. But
Yeah.
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 I was like, I don't have any relationships with you, Johnny.
One of my favorite games is probably a baseball game. You see me playing it all the time.
What?
The
Oh, the
MLB, like,
MLB. Yeah, dude.
2007 on
This
the
dude be
Xbox
going in
360.
on that. He's like, yeah, it's my 4th season this week.
Baseball seasons are like 182 games. It's nothing.
God damn. 182 games. That's
They
crazy.
do play a lot of
Dude be
games.
going
Play a lot of
in.
double headers and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you
Hella
guys
games.
ever heard of a game called Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden?
No.
Mm-mm.
Never. Oh, dude, I played that when I was
Is that
growing
one of
up.
your favorites?
Definitely one, not my favorite, but definitely
Yeah.
one of them. It was dope
Is
as fuck. You were
Fortnite,
just
like,
a
one of your
fucking ninja. You just go around fucking everything up.
You can just break everything. and
Hell
just-
yeah, you just fucking
Get in
every
stuff.
Never
every
out
dude
on
up.
Skyrim.
I was getting into it, so I
never
got out of
played.
it.
I never
before.
owned it.
Dude,
Actually, I can't remember
I
what game
love
came
Skyrim.
out.
I had a
Skyrim.
friend who really loves Skyrim.
I
was
wish I could like
getting
it. They
reset
would.
my memory and play Skyrim because I know everything that's gonna happen. I remember being in Skyrim and it's just this huge open world
Mhm.
and like you just had no idea what the fuck was
Right.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Any quest. It was so cool.
Like I missed the
Coming out
wonder.
with the second one.
I never did get into Skyrim. I never bought it because I knew it'd be
Really?
bad.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
one of
got
those.
right.
It's one of those that you like
Yeah.
really get into.
So like all my friends were like wasted their lives with that. Like I can't do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've already wasted my lives on other
That's
things.
why. That's why, that's why I had to quit
That's why it
Fallout.
was
man.
great. It was right
I was
in my middle
cracked out on
school
that
age
stuff.
to where like I was just doing nothing besides going to basketball, coming home, and not doing my homework,
You're
and
like,
just
yeah.
playing
Yeah,
Xbox.
yeah.
You guys ever play Fallout?
Yeah.
Fallout 3 was
Fallout,
my favorite.
Fallout 4, I went in on.
Vegas
Fallout
was
4,
my
did
favorite.
you
That was when I
have
got my
your own
Xbox.
You hear
bodies
about the
and
new
stuff?
one
Oh,
that's
hell
coming
yeah.
out?
Yes. Yes.
76
76,
Vault
76,
Vault
yeah.
76.
Dude,
It's
I'm
gonna be
hyped.
fucking awesome. It's all online. It's just gonna be crazy.
Really?
That's gonna be
Yes.
It's
crazy.
just gonna be people fucking each other up in Fallout.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I hope so.
Yeah,
That's
hope
gonna be
so,
awesome.
too.
That
I
might
liked,
be that might be
Battlefield
like
1
one of my
too.
favorite
Battlefield
games.
1 is fun.
I was
Yeah,
getting
all my
into
friends
that.
hated
I have
Battlefield
that.
1. I'm really sad because I just play alone sometimes.
I have Battlefield 1. That's fun.
How's
game.
the
I like
slow
it.
motion shit gonna work online?
How's the what?
The slow motion like aiming and stuff. Like you know, you can like aim.
They
in
make
slow
it work
motion
on
and
some.
stuff.
They make it work on like Red Dead.
But like, how do you like aim in
Yeah,
slow
you're
motion?
right. You're right. They do Red Dead.
If
I
someone's
love
moving
that
all
game
fast,
too.
Yeah.
That's
you
one
know
of
what I
my
mean?
favorites.
That's a
Someone's,
good
like,
game.
running.
You know that they have a second one coming
Like, how
out,
would you
right?
slow it
Really?
down for you and
That'll
not
be
the other person?
badass.
It's
What are you
pre-ordered,
talking
man.
about? Like
Like,
cursor?
pre-ordered.
Like,
No,
yeah,
like
dude, I already
you
got
already
that
know
shit
how
how
lined
you
up.
aim,
Mm-hmm.
like you can do like how you
I
can.
won't
Oh, we're
use
talking about
position
Fallout.
anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I have no idea how they're gonna
You
do
know what I'm
that.
talking about?
Yeah,
Like, how would
it's
you-
called
I can't
Oh,
remember
what
it's
is it?
What?
V, something,
The
some
V-
VTAX,
Oh yeah, the
VTEC,
VTEC, the
whatever,
VTEC.
some
vision,
shit like
some-
that. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Something
but
like that.
I don't
you
know
know what I'm
if-
talking about. Like, how would you do that online with like another person?
I don't know if they even
Will
do
they
it
have like
then.
any
Yeah,
campaign
they
mode?
probably wouldn't.
I
They
don't know.
should.
They
It's
probably
Fallout.
will.
It's there.
They
It might
should.
be built in with the online.
Yeah, I hope it is.
Because I think they said it's like all online.
It might be
I'm
like how
pretty
GTA
sure.
is, how you can like turn online on and off.
Now that GTA 4 was my shit.
San
Yeah.
Andreas, dude, I love playing with cheats.
San
It was so
yeah,
much
I
fun.
like
San
dude.
Andreas.
I was sit there just hours playing with just cheats.
What's the other one? The
That's
other
a
one.
game you can waste your life.
You know, on the PSP, did you ever play it on that?
Vice City?
No. What's the one other than Vice City? It's like the Italian dude.
There's like a 1, 2, and 3.
It's
Them
You
are-
play
I
as
played
Tony
Tony.
or something. I could just be totally wrong.
I think
It
you.
was on the
I don't
PSP.
know.
Super fun.
I think that's Vice City. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's what.
That sounds about like Vice
I want to
City.
say I played Vice City on PSP.
Is Vice City the one? Because there's the one San Andreas, which is with the army guy.
CJ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually, it might be Vice City.
I think it's Vice City.
You guys like in a suit and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then that is Vice City.
Vice
That
City.
one's fun as hell.
I like
of-
San
let's
Andreas
be
the
honest,
best.
all of them are
That's true,
badass.
yeah.
They're all good.
They're just
GTA
getting- they're
5
ju-
is
they're
still
just getting
good.
better. They
Yeah.
What's
just
your
added
favorite
more.
thing to do in GTA 5?
I gotta be honest. I like this.
This is gonna get real dark.
Yeah, let's see how dark we can get.
To be honest, I like I like to get in a jet from the military, fly as fast as I can to where all the tall buildings are, and jump out and just see my body hit everything and bounce off everything. It's the
Mine's
best.
playing tennis or golf.
oh shit, that's really. I like. To,
What's yours?
Yeah, I like to take a knife and just go on like no
A
vehicle at
killing
all,
spree.
and
Oh,
just
yes.
stab
Do you pick
it,
up the
bro.
cash?
See how
Huh?
many
Do you
kills
pick up the
get?
cash and see how much cash?
No, I
you
just
get?
see how long I can get before they take me out. Like how many people I
Damn.
can kill
He's
before I
just
get
Full
shot.
on mass murder.
Yeah, just
I
running.
like going to like really busy areas and just getting a machine gun. Just
yeah.
as fucked up
I
as
like
that is.
I like jumping off the bridge and like the moving traffic and everything.
Yes. I just like kill myself and see my body fly through
It
the
sucks
air
though because
on
when you
it.
die, you lose money.
Yeah.
And I like really grind for money in that game.
I think I have too much money for it to matter now.
Some dude, I used to have this cheat. This dude hooked me up on the 360. Like went and changed like a setting, and you went back into the game, and you would like kill someone, and they would drop like 40,000 cash,
That'd be
Damn.
like as pocket
badass.
cash, and then you would like you would set a bounty on someone, and then someone would kill them, and you'd have like $999 billion. So I did that, and I got all my friends loaded. Sometimes I would just like go into random lobbies and just like bless someone's day.
That's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
But
That
then
is
they like
awesome.
took everything away except for your assets. So you had like no money and like
Damn.
$20 million worth in cars.
That's
Fuck.
horrible.
That was
Pretty
I used
normal,
they
I-
used to have this like glitch where you can dupe cars.
Yeah, that's
That's what I
I
did.
did that with my what's the like the really nice sports car? It's like 2 point something million.
The Pinto. I think it was. I
Something
don't know
like
if it was
that.
a sports car. I think
Yeah.
I don't
I just
remember
duped
what
that
it was. It was a
and
really
sold 'em all.
expensive like small car, like
Yeah.
called like a Pinto or something.
It
Yeah.
was weird.
And so
I
I just
like
kept
to,
selling that.
I would get a hooker, and then I'd go out onto the railroad tracks, and
Yep.
just I would wait until a train come, and then bail out right away.
What the hell?
Damn.
That's kind of fun to do.
It is kind of fun to
It's a
do.
fun way to pass the time.
There's some really fucked up things that you can do in that.
You do
game.
all kinds of horrible shit in there.
Oh,
I used to
man.
like, I don't know. I feel like 4 was more realistic than 5, like the visual wise. And then I realized why they shouldn't make GTA like visually accurate.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should definitely. Look
It's a
like
more
video game.
playful game.
Yeah.
And you should be able to do
Yeah.
crazy things like that. And your
Yeah.
body move crazy ways. That's
Yeah.
why I love doing what I
Yeah.
do.
Like where you run and you
You
just
guys
like,
ever play like
onto a
Saints
trash
Row?
can.
Yes!
Just like fall.
Yeah.
You ever play like Saints Row?
Oh yeah, I can fucking.
The
Saints
second
Row
dildo
4,
and
cheat?
the fourth one.
Yeah, the penetrator dildo.
I loved how you
Yeah.
could like get a house and like customize it and then like customize your cars.
Yeah,
and just,
that
like,
was
do all
pretty
that
cool
stuff.
too.
I thought that was so cool. Like full
That
control.
game.
I loved how they had like some superpowers and random
Yeah.
cheats that you could do at the game.
Yeah.
Superpowers. That's
Yeah,
fucking
they would make it
lit.
so like you would punch someone and their body would just be like,
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was just
yeah,
it
like,
was,
super strong.
punch. Yeah.
You could like run super fast too.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun too. It's
But I
like
hated, though,
GTA but with
sometimes there was no money
superpowers.
cheat. It was really
That's
sad.
awesome.
It's literally like how if you were a god of a world, you're just fucking people up.
Yep.
It's pretty
That's
neat.
pretty much how it is.
Yeah, GTA.
Damn. Oh yeah, did you guys say your favorite video games? Get that out there.
Yeah, I would have
I said
to.
Ninja Game. What was the other one? I
Yeah.
love Minecraft. I used to
Yeah,
be
Minecraft
in.
is super fun.
I used to play with what was it called, Redstone, a lot.
Yes.
lot,
Make
a
some
lot.
crazy stuff.
I was making like a tic tac toe. I made a tic tac toe like thing game. It was crazy. There was so much to it.
That's fucked up.
I
get proud when I make a light switch.
I was like, man, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
With this?
I
I'm
made it. I
like,
made it.
yeah,
yeah,
I
it
made
worked.
One time, I
Fucking
was like,
worked.
You're
fuck
like,
yes.
That
Just
light
went in a
works
circle.
now.
Yeah, or like just a simple rail. I'm like,
But I think
made
Fallout
stairs, I was like, this
76
is-
is gonna
this
be
is
my
where it's at.
favorite game because that just looks. I
Sounds really
love
fun.
Fallout in general. Like I
Yeah.
sat there and played New Vegas for hours and upon
Yeah.
hours over and over and over.
same with
again.
Fallout 3 for
And
me.
so 76 is gonna be amazing, especially with it being online. There's gonna be a lot more to it too.
Mhm.
Probably more customization, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. You say Minecraft?
Minecraft and what was that? I can't even remember what game. It was that zombie game that I was playing for a while. Do you
Left 4
remember?
Dead.
Left 4 Dead?
No, not Left 4 Dead. It
Black
was,
Ops Zombies?
It was like the first person.
I'm not gonna lie, Black Ops Zombies pretty dope.
Zombie game.
One of
I
my
don't remember. I
favorites.
can't remember the name.
Resident
of it.
Evil.
No, it was like a recent one, kinda.
Dying Light?
Dying Light. Yeah, that
oh,
was the
I remember.
shit.
That's a good. That
That
game
was the
looks fun as
shit.
I
fuck.
played it.
It's like
Huh.
GTA kinda, or like I guess it would be more like a Fallout. You could just
Yo.
make weapons, upgrade weapons, and
There's
you're
one
just
game
fucking
called
zombies up.
Prototype.
Wait, I think I know what game you're talking
Prototype
about.
is the shit.
You
Yeah.
played that too, dude. That,
That
game
game
was
is
insane.
You could
What is
do
that game?
whatever you want.
Oh
I played
my!
it.
You just go and you just kill everything.
And you
Damn.
the abilities you had with the crazy
Yeah,
virus or whatever
you
you,
can get
were
weird
mixed with,
like sword hands, and then you can get like,
Hulk fist.
and then you can like shoot your arm out and like fuck everybody up that was next to him. It was just
you can like do sweeps and shit, and his arms
Yeah.
just extend.
you
You just
kill all
fuck
the zombies
everything
and
up.
Everything. and then you can just like run up the thing, and you can fly kind of.
Yeah, you can run
You
on
could, like-
walls
you
everywhere,
couldn't
jump
fly,
I
around.
haven't heard of this
But you
game.
could
Yeah,
glide.
I've
Dude,
I'm
I'm
not
about to
gonna
get it.
lie.
It's ill as fuck.
Damn.
I haven't played it. I don't think. Sounds bad.
It came out a while
Yo.
ago, but like, not gonna
Rocket
lie,
League
it was
also is pretty dope.
amazing.
Yeah,
Rocket
it
League
sounds-
is fun as fuck.
Oh, Rocket League is fun.
I get really pissed when like you miss a save and someone goes and I save or what a save, and I want to beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
I know there's like a 12-year-old on the
Yeah,
other end
the
of that
shit
fucking
talkers.
controller.
Are
I just
just
want
like, it's working. You're pissing me off.
Yeah, I'm
Xbox
like,
makes
damn
you wanna
it.
punch kids.
It does. It does. No,
Yeah.
it really does.
That's
You forget
horrible.
like all
That's
age
horrible.
restrictions, and
Yeah.
you just
Like-
want to beat the fuck out of like a
I mean, that's
14-year-old.
There's
Yeah.
age restrictions on Xbox.
He's just talking like this the whole time.
You just like one of your
Saying
balls
how
gonna
he's just
drop,
gonna
kid.
pork your mom and everything. He's just like, oh, you missed that, but I didn't miss it when I was porking your mom, and just some stupid
Yeah,
shit.
and you're just like, oh my god.
I'm like, fuck you, kid. Fuck off.
What is a favorite song of your own that you made?
Ooh.
Oh man, that I made.
Whether you produced it or rapped
Damn.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have verses that I like that I've written more than anything. One of my favorite verses is called "Bohemian Fashion."
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about like a girl that dresses like a hippie. Sorry, it's just about a girl that dresses like a hippie. It's called "Bohemian Fashion."
What song is that? The name of the song?
That's the name of the verse.
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
gotta put it on a
It's
song.
like a verse.
Oh, it's
like
not
verse
one
two.
song yet,
No,
right?
there's a lot. There's a lot of those too. you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got more verses than I do beats that he actually wants to use.
Yeah.
Fuck. Favorite one. I really like Stormy.
I like
Oh,
song.
I
I
love
really
Stormy,
like
man.
Stormy.
Just the way it drops is it goes like doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
doo, doo,
That
doo.
song was like when we made like that's. I don't really consider that like a song to like. I don't know
No,
how to
it was
describe
just
this.
like
We just
it was
found
just
this
like a
like.
little doodle we drew. Like it was
Yeah,
just,
like we
it's-
found
It
this
wasn't very
fun-
long, but I
No,
liked it. I
it
chilled
wasn't
with
supposed
it.
to be. It wasn't supposed to be any more than that.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna be the interlude for another song on the mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
That would be
Stay
dope as
tuned.
fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just really simple. We like found this little instrumental from one of the guys that we really like. It was actually
one
on
of the beat
1-2
makers,
that I
1-2,
was,
yeah.
talking
Shouts
about.
out.
Yeah,
I think
We-
he's German. Is he German?
I have no idea. He's a genius, is what he is. But we kind of like fucked with it, and then he just had this one thing, and we took like 2 takes of it, and it was a song.
Yeah, we just kind of fooled
But
around. with it.
another one is one that is on the EP. Well, actually 2, I guess. You Got This and Nature Preserve. I don't know if that's what we're calling it.
I don't think that's what we're gonna call it.
No,
either.
but
I
the
think we're
beat's
gonna call
called
it, like,
Nature
a
Preserve.
Reflection or something like that.
Yeah, something like
We're
that.
not gonna say anything officially.
Alright, fair enough.
It sounds good
We'll
though.
leave it
But yeah, it's pretty
abroad.
cool.
What's the whole? Do you have like a lesson or meaning behind your EP, or is there anything?
It's
The
just some white
EP,
noise.
like- Yeah,
Just
like
some white
honestly,
noise.
No, that's funny as hell that he just said that.
That makes
'Cause,
sense.
Like the way I think about it, it's white noise. It's kind of cheesy. It's both of our names, but like when you really think
No,
about
I think it actually sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
it's
when
a
you think
cool
about
name
it in
that
the
just
terms
happened
of like
accidentally.
rap and hip hop, it's just some white noise. Like until we actually start making like real noise,
Yeah, this
it's
ain't-
just some white noise.
yeah, this
Like,
is
that's
just
all it
some-
is.
yeah,
And
it-
but
it-
I don't
It's-
know.
You guys will hear it.
Yeah,
and,
it's got
and,
kind
and,
of a
and what
theme.
the album means to you, it's all subjective and stuff. But
Mhm.
I think people are gonna really like it, and there's some songs.
But I
on
like
there that are-
subjective albums are the best
Mhm.
because then it's what they think, how they feel,
Well, I mean, like, it's-
put
it's-
into.
it's sort of personal because right now, like the music that we've been making, we aren't in the like this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like this is the byproduct. This is just our expression right now. Like we haven't really gotten into the okay, we're gonna lay out this framework and kind of stick to this idea. This is
That's our next step.
that's why this is just some white noise.
Yeah,
like
that's kind of what the mixtape
it's
is
not
gonna
really it's not very conceptual right now. It's like
Yeah.
we're just making some songs that have very personal meaning to us. That
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
kind
but
of
those are like the best songs too, because
right,
then a lot of
yeah.
people
and
can
that's kinda
relate
why
to
we wanted to
those.
keep it kind of short because we didn't want to
Exactly.
like throw everything
and,
that we
and
have
we're just
out.
we're still developing our sound. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that we want to do. Like
like the freestyle.
yeah, like the
Second time we
man.
met, we made a.
Oh, but at the end of this, we're gonna freestyle
yeah,
on the
we're
way
definitely
out.
gonna
That's why I
freestyle.
decided.
but like there's a lot of stuff. Man.
Yeah. Like we made we sampled and chopped this beat
Oh,
up, and then we looped it, and then it was literally a one take freestyle. Like I just
We
he's
can
like,
play it for you.
let me. Yeah, I guess we could.
I-
You can
can we?
play it. Yeah, just put it like in your mic or something.
Wait,
Or we can just. You're already connected to that.
What
What's it
app
called
would
and
it
stuff?
be? It's actually called SZA sample because we don't have a name for it. But
No, we called it Chalk Zone, didn't we?
we did.
We
No,
called it
wait.
Chalk Zone before.
Not gonna lie, that was a dope ass cartoon too.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too, huh?
I've never watched it.
Chalk Zone.
I don't think I
Yeah,
have.
little piece of
Okay, I don't know which one to play because I'm just now like I'm fucking around with like learning
Flamingos
how
is-
to master and like mix on this one. There's
It's
two of
fun,
them.
dude.
Yeah, it's not really anything official. All right, it starts off kind of quiet. All right, this was all a freestyle, like literally.
Yeah, all freestyle, first take.
First take freestyle. We
Is
didn't
that
like.
gonna be overpowering?
All right, so like I said,
I
like
hate it when
it's
people
not mixed
just like
that great. But
stop fucking with me, man. It's just whack as shit. Like out of nowhere, it's like what the fuck, man.
I like this beat. It's very upbeat
Yeah.
and happy.
he
Yo,
found
I'm
the sample.
chilling.
It's really cool.
I'm in a class dealing with all these issues, throwing up and I don't miss you. Wiping vomit from my lips, I think I need a tissue. And bitch you, it's fucked up barbiturates. I can't even stick to it, the situation's different. You win it and I'm
I could smoke to
spinning in
this.
this world.
Really?
All these fucked up girls.
That's like the highest compliment I could give. If I could smoke to
I
it,
love
dude.
when people say that.
Like a squirrel. She wanna just play in my curls. I'm a trophy. And yeah, she don't know me. I'm so broken.
Hey,
it's
we got a
okay
comment.
Just for your
Oh,
lonely
really?
mind.
What a dick.
It's gone. You're
Fuck
not mine.
What do you say?
He
See
said
ya.
music's
I'm feeling
trash.
fine, feeling fly.
but
I
Gaze
wanna
is a
die
dick.
another
Like
bitch.
music in general?
I'm
I don't
falling
know.
on
And then he said,
another
and
bitch.
Hillary.
It's just another bitch. And another bitch. It's not
Music
the
and
same
Hillary
though.
are trash,
I
according
just
to
wanna
Gabe.
fucking
Or Gabe.
bang hoes.
But yeah.
Topanga's chilling in the Durango, passing me. I ain't asked for these.
All music, man.
Just in talents. I can't find balance. I'm going
It's
down
just
the
ours.
road.
Like, that's okay.
Alice.
Like, I've never met
Yo,
you.
this life's a phallus, see, not for the malice, see.
He's a dick. He would come up to our doors all the time, like shit that I don't want anyone like ever do, and I don't do is like he comes up and like knock like cops and do shit like that, like
That's
while we're
annoying.
smoking. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like,
annoying.
why?
But yeah, that was a one take freestyle that we did like in November.
That's pretty damn good.
And it was
Yeah,
for
man.
one take.
I was
yeah.
like,
I love you,
hey,
Gage.
I was like, got this idea for this beat. It's kind of like, well, it was kind of like a Flamingos. He's the one who made the beat originally, but it was kind of
Yeah.
just like a really short part on this like beat tape that he made, and I was like, I want to rap over that. Like,
He's
that-
like, and
that
I was like
section is
this section.
awesome.
He's like, no, just that part,
just this part,
just
right
that
here.
part, and then yeah,
So that
Yeah,
was
it sounded
what we
pretty deep.
did. Thank you, man.
yeah. Thank you.
He
There's
actually, he was saying he was kidding. He likes your flow and everything.
Back
He likes the song.
Thanks, Gage.
I knew he was
Thank you.
fucking around.
Wait, yeah, no, we insulted him enough.
At the end, do you
I don't want to
wanna-
feel like that for me.
At the end, we could, yeah, the freestyle. At the
I
end,
got
but-
one last
Oh,
question.
you
Yeah.
could have like 20 more questions, man.
Yeah,
so-
I'll
I
get
got
'em out.
Definitely
I wanna talk.
subjective. What do you think happens after death? What do you think there's life?
That is a crazy question.
We're not giving that one. That's like the third album.
Definitely.
I
Could
don't
we
know
expect
one.
like a White Noise too, like another one?
Ooh.
That
eventually?
would that
We
I
might-
did kind of think about
we
that.
might
the other
do
day.
like Dark Silence, like
Dark
That might
silence.
be-
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, switch it complete. Yeah, I like
That'd be
that.
kind of
Kinda
cool.
funny.
A
I would like
completely
that's witty.
album that's just opposite of
Yeah.
whatever this EP
But
is going
no,
to be.
I'll answer your question with I have no fucking like idea. Like,
Well,
I mean, neither do no one does.
some-
I don't either.
Something happens and we're all gonna find out.
yeah, sometimes we are all gonna find out, and I think people that are fucking fighting each other for no fucking reason because they think different shit
Yeah.
happened needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like
We
that's
just all
dumb.
need to
You don't
cooperate and
know.
advance as
Yeah,
one
you don't know.
civilization.
We don't know. All our shit kind of sounds the same. It's just with different names and
I was like,
slightly different storylines. Like
Yeah.
I know that I can love in life. I can't love in death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to love here now. Then while I can.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah.
What, do you like have a hope for what would be after, or do
I
you
hope it's
something that
just
you really
not
think?
hell. Like
Yeah.
See, to me,
just
I don't
hope
think it's hell.
anything but hell.
I just feel like we wouldn't be put here
yeah.
to see how we are
to
and then
fuck
go to
up
hell.
and
Like,
then
what the
go to
fuck
hell.
is that?
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is, but if it's anything, I hope it is not fucking hell.
Yeah,
You think it's just lights out, done and done, or you think there's something else?
I think there's definitely something else.
I think there's.
I
I mean,
think
I'm still
I've-
open to that.
I've
It could be
juggled,
just
like-
me in the ground,
yeah,
but
like I've
I think
juggled
it's
like
something
a lot
else.
of shit, and I think that like I don't know, like sometimes I think that there's shit that you can't really. There's like an energy or a feeling inside of you that I don't know.
There's something that we think, but
Yeah, I don't know really how to like.
I feel like if somebody like really wants to know, I think they can go find it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm definitely gonna think what I believe happens when I die, like when I'm older.
I just honestly don't think I'm that
Like when I'm
person
closer to it.
to kind of like have an affirmation like that right now.
Yeah, fair
makes
enough.
sense.
Fair
What do you
enough.
guys think?
I don't think we go to hell.
Yeah.
I think we're here like to learn lessons and just to like learn ourselves,
Yeah.
and then eventually once we die, because that's going to be the ultimate experience when you die, like knowing that. I mean, you don't know what happens, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Mm.
And then I just think afterwards that you're just put. I think what they call is like the fifth dimension, and you exist with everyone else in this dimension. I mean, obviously, there's like different universes and stuff, but I mean, I don't know what happens after that. I just think it's not a hell, more like a heaven, just a place where everyone can coexist and everyone's like, wow, we were all idiots. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
once after experiencing death, it just humbles the fuck out of you.
I think the scariest part about it is not death itself, but how you're going to die. I think that's the most.
I don't want
fucked
to die
up
like a
shit.
bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I don't
like-
wanna-
Like
I
some
don't
dumb shit.
I don't want to choke
Like-
on a grape or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I wanna go in
like
my
fall
sleep.
and get impaled in my ass and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I want to
shit
like
would-
have a death where I'm like I'm here and then I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a death where like I start to die and then like my kids like graduate high school and it's like 20 fucking years later.
Yeah,
and
the
then
whole
I
time
die.
you know
the
you're
whole
gonna
time
die.
I'm dying.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like cancer or some shit. That'd be
Yeah.
horrible.
Like, yeah, like damn. Or like
Oh,
getting
listen.
stabbed where it's like just a horrible 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
or like an hour if he really wants to fuck with you or she doesn't matter.
it's something.
All right.
It's something.
We're hitting the end of our podcast, so let's get you freestyling.
What do you want? What do you want? Do
I
you
don't
want
know,
like
man.
some I wish I had my the baby crying beat.
Yeah, oh no, that was ugly.
I made a beat out of a baby crying.
It's so
I think you told me
obnoxious.
about that.
Yeah, I might have showed it to you. I fucked with it a little bit more since then.
It's so obnoxious and just gross. Give me some like Space Windu. Or
Space
like
Windu.
some,
How do you
1-2
spell
or
that?
some shit.
Hershey Queens
Oh, I
Level
got
15.
you with the
Some,
one
like some
too.
good one too.
Do you guys play Clash of Clans?
Hell yeah!
Hell no, I ain't playing.
That's
Join
like
our
a great.
clan.
I
Oh,
quit
to
playing.
join your clan?
Yes.
I
Dude,
play-
I
I play
have not
Clash
played
Royale,
in like
though.
a year.
Yeah,
Huh?
I
You'll try it?
I played Clash Royale. I used to have Clash of Clans. I was like,
Hang on,
Town-
hold
Town
up,
Hall
hold
Online
up.
or some
Before
shit like that.
before we go anywhere, I'm gonna prolong
definitely
this
put hours in
podcast
that
so I
bitch.
can download Clash of Clans.
do this.
That's
shit.
fine.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Get you in our
back on. Yeah.
get you in our fucking clan. We're in the middle of a clan war right now.
Oh,
Dude,
bet.
did
But-
you see
I
my
love those.
attacks? It was bullshit. I
I
dropped.
haven't looked. I haven't attacked you. I've been busy all day.
On
I'ma
the
do 'em
one,
after this
I
later.
completely would have had him. He just had a fucking like dragon in
All
or
right,
some
which
shit.
one two do you want?
That's where it gets you.
Buffalo Man.
I
the
had
Evil
him.
King,
I had him.
Pit
He,
House,
just the dragon was
Waves.
left him. He completely
Good
solely
ships.
wiped out all my troops. I was like, I can't fuck with that
Solid
dragon.
bottom.
Oh,
No, we're our third
Shuffle?
person will
Yeah, dude,
get
just
him or
put it on
something.
shuffle.
I'm sure, but I'm just like, it's stupid that I would have 3-starred him. I baited it, drawed it, perfect. I was getting into that shit.
Make sure your mic is real close.
yeah, this is one two.
Yo. Some of you guys need to do a word. Throw some words out.
We got mountain. Ships.
Yo. It's snow fluoride from the mountain. Yo. Everybody thirsty from the fountain. Yo. What you proud of is so astounding. Everyone's around it, got the clouds in that Arizona can. I know it, man. Everybody hold a plan in their hands, but everybody popping just a little zen. Who shot you? Not dead. I don't know. I got plans. I got meds, and I can't fix it. I'm so slipping into my little pills. I'm lifted. If I rearrange the letters and it spells the same shit, and then I'm gifted. Yo, little rapping paper, rapping flavors, little weed wrapped in flavor. I
don't give a fuck, nigga, cause I'm capping vapors. I got the cap and I'm popping the top off, eating top ramen, and you know that the shot's off. I got soft like Charmin, yo, I'm charming, and I'm not God, I'm just a deity. I hope she see the G in me, bless me with the D. Not gonna say that, but I'm a little quiet for the violence. Everybody close their eyelids, stay awake, and everybody sleeping, just the masses. I can craft this, it's cheesy craft this. I don't think I got it, man. Where the fuck I ash this? I don't really know. Blunt past this, match this on the mattress. They sleeping, not awake. I'm crafting all this shit. I'm like a wizard. They like a lizard. Got their tongue out and they spitting duck face. What race did we run if we just running in circles? And they told me nothing that rhymes with purple. I'm talking colors in my crayon box. Damn, watch everybody sit here. Damn, I'm hot. I'm boiling. Yeah, you can't soil it. I'm muddy. Got it from the mud and buddy. You would get it, man. Get ready or get ready. If you got it, I'm in the ocean. I said get ready. If you gonna get that, then I spit it. Did you get it? I'ma miss it. I'm on a mission. If this is religion, I'ma get kiss this like a president today.
Hell, fuck yeah, dude. That was fucking awesome.
There we go, bro.
Yeah, man.
Good shit. Thank you.
All right, and that was our podcast
That is the Long Trip Podcast.
with
It was
Nate
a lot.
White and Zion, local Fort Wayne producer and
Zion,
rappers.
AKA,
Everything will be in the links.
AKA Young
or
Promised
description
Land,
below, links.
AKA Young Juice Box.
They'll
AKA
definitely be back on sometime later future when their EP drops or some
AKA,
shit.
Capra Cornelius.
All right.
AKA Gaston
Thank you for joining us
Jubilee.
today.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having
We out
us.
here 260's finest. You know what I'm saying? We
He
all.
is so flexing right now. We said we were gonna make
No.
fun of rappers